Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the main room of the Road Famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 4. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe!
Wow. Fuck yes. Listen to how low my mic volume is in this fucking rock concert of a room. So low. Brian, you are cozy over here. You have a whole corner of the couch.
I do.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the main room of the Comedy Store. Make some fucking noise. What's up, Pat Reagan and the Baby Boys? This is Brian Redband, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, guys?
Oh, my God. Josh Martin's running around. House artist Ryan J. Ebel draws every single episode. There he is, everybody. Look at this fucking guy. He has a blank sheet of paper in front of him right now, but as the show goes on, he's going to draw tonight's episode. All that artwork's available at ryanjebelt.com. What an exciting night. Look at this. This show used to be up in the attic, and we're proving by this turnout tonight that we should probably still be in the attic. It seems like we blew our load a little early on this one, huh? The big, glorious, ever-famous, world-famous main room of the Comedy Store, and we have this motherfucker quarter-packed.
Wow, I think this is a great turnout.
It's
man.
a great turnout.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're building a beast here, you know what I mean? Empty front row. Fun episode. We have Keel Yulberg. That is the cinematographer and Steadicam operator from my Netflix special One Shot. He is shooting this with a Steadicam right now.
Yeah.
Giving you a special hybrid one-shot Kill Tony episode for the first time ever. That's a fun fucking experiment. We'll see how that beast turns out.
Yeah.
Delicious Mangria. You know what I love to drink? Fucking Mangria.
Fuck yeah.
So hard. I drink it so hard.
So hard.
It's Adam Carolla's wine cocktail. This is the original orange, and as it says on the bottom, it's ready to drink. A lot of you might be wondering, what do you have to do with this bottle of Mangria in order to drink it? Just fucking pop the top off, because it's ready to drink. It says it on the fucking bottle.
It's so strong, too.
You know that's a shady bottle of alcohol when it's like, hey, it's ready to drink. Don't mix it with anything.
Well, they're saying, like, you don't have to mix it with, like, champagne or whatever
Right.
sangria usually is. It's just ready
It's
put on
Mangria.
ice.
So, you know, if you want to be a fucking man and drink some wine, and you, like, really need to know that you're a man while doing it, drink delicious Mangria.
Yeah. And we should say thanks to all the people that came out in Nashville. We just got back from Nashville,
Yeah,
Wild
that's
West
another
Comedy
fun fact.
Festival.
You're at the first Kill Tony that's ever been the second Kill Tony within 24 hours.
I know.
We did a Kill Tony at 5:30 p.m.
Yesterday.
in Nashville yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I guess it
24.
has been 24 hours.
Well, now with the time
Well,
change.
we're time change.
Well,
3,
it's a half hour
6,
short.
7, 8. No, it's technically less than 24
yeah,
hours.
it
Yeah,
is.
that's pretty impressive. 23 hours and 45 fucking minutes. Wow, I could have done the math on that at any point in the last 24 hours, and I didn't. Instead, I just said 24 hours and then did it in front of everybody, and you all had to hear it.
And Ralphie May cooked us a big barbecue with all. He's the best cook ever. If you ever need some
Really
barbecue
is.
sauce, get his big baby barbecue sauce. It's
Delicious,
fucking awesome.
delicious. I love it with a good glass of Mangria.
Yeah.
So
You know what else is cool about doing it in the main room, Tony?
What?
We don't have any time limits anymore. We can go as long
don't
as we.
tease these people. Do not tease.
We can go
this
through the whole bucket.
We have a whole
bucket, Carl.
slew of comedians over here that are like, yeah, let's go all night. These fucking dead souls over here. Put your hands together for the comedians, everybody. Vying for a chance at 60 seconds on the stage. It's going to be a really fun episode. So let's get the ball rolling on it. This is the part of the show where I get to bring up, you already saw them. It's one of the most interesting things that we're the only show where the band disappears for a minute and then comes back. But I'm going to bring them up right now. Put your hands together for Pat Reagan and Joel Jimenez. The band. Pat Reagan. Reagan and Watkins.
It's a stampede!
Oh, I see something happening here.
Don't look back!
Fuck yeah. Wow. I don't even know what that was.
It was from Jumanji.
Oh, it was? That's a Jumanji reference? Wow, that was great, guys. It's Pat Reagan and Joel Jimenez, everybody, with a very cool entrance. It was for you podcast listeners. They went through the back of the audience, made their way on stage, bumped horns a couple times that look awfully like the shark fins that they used a few weeks ago on an episode.
Wait a second
when
here.
they did a Jaws entrance. But now it appears as though they have realized that if they wear them on their forehead, they can reuse that shitty prop from a few weeks ago. And then they butt-fucked each other in classic form. If you wondered if their senses of humor grew at all in the past week, nope, straight to butt-fucking.
Classic butt-fucking.
Our style.
Welcome back, Pat.
Oh, thank you, Tony.
No Jeremiah Watkins tonight.
Yeah, Jeremiah's mad at you again.
Oh, he's mad at me.
Yeah, I guess last week, I don't know, you like stepped on his shoe,
Yeah.
and he got really upset, and he's like, tell Tony I'm not coming back.
Those were New Balances, too.
I love that. Well, hopefully he comes back. I know he's part of the goddamn Comedy Jam, which is taping right now. But
Tony,
you're right. He's probably just mad at me.
Tony, I can try to call him if you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can try to give him a buzz right now.
I mean, last time you did this, you played a note on your guitar, and he came out.
Yeah, I gotta try calling him though.
Oh, you mean an actual call?
Yeah. Joel, could you hold
Wow.
the
This
phone?
is...
Let's see if we can get Jeremiah on the phone.
Is that you? Oh, shit. Okay. Maybe let's hold off on the sound effects for a moment here, Brian, while we have a low-volume call happening.
Hello?
Hey, Jeremiah?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Hey, thanks for checking in, dude.
Thanks for
Thanks.
Jeremiah. Thanks for calling in. There you go, Jeremiah Watkins and Pat Reagan. God, that is so funny. You sort of have to have listened to the last 10 episodes to know quite how hilarious that is. But there's a lot of podcast listeners that are going to really laugh hard at that. I love it. Well, okay. So let's just get into it, shall we? Can I bring up tonight's guest? Is that okay with everybody? I think I'm going to bring up just one for right now, and then maybe one or maybe two is going to show up a little bit later. But right now I'm going to give to you one of the people with the newest show on Comedy Central called Problematic. Put your hands together for one of our funniest guests of all time. He's back again, the one and only Moshe Kasher, everybody. Fuck yeah! Moshe Kasher. One of the best in the world.
Oh, one of the best in the world?
Yeah, Fresh, you were in Hawaii yesterday. He's on the honeymoon tour with his lovely wife, Natasha Leggero.
Woo!
They're going everywhere. Check that out.
Hawaii only really hit on this side of the room.
Yeah, it's
interestingly.
just a small island of people that really clap at that.
What's happening?
Just making little Hawaii jokes, you know.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute, baby.
You know what I mean? It gets lonely out there.
This is cool. It's taken out. That's cool. You took out the intimacy of the belly room, but you didn't replace it with like the audience. That's
Right, yeah. A little bit of the intimacy of the belly. You know, it's got everything. And they just opened up the back wing, which is good. So they're exposing another 100 empty seats for no reason.
But this looks
Instead-
good. This looks great. This is more people than in the belly room, right?
Yeah,
this
totally.
is a
We were
lot of
already
they're
proving
good,
that it's a good
strong group of people.
My goal is by October, November to have this be every Monday night, 8 p.m., just like the craziest fucking party. A place where people can go after a shitty day of Monday work at their normal jobs and just say, fuck it.
That's so cool. You're going to become like the Hawaii of podcasts.
Yeah. Out there all on my own. So what else is happening, Moshe? Anything else exciting going on before we get this puppy started?
Going on tour. Yeah, me and Natasha are going on tour. We're doing the honeymoon tour all across the West Coast, so I'm pretty excited about that. We were in Hawaii yesterday, and then we're going up to Portland and
You're such
Oakland.
a skinny guy. Your little wedding ring looks like it's a little loose on you.
Oh, I keep it that way just in case. Because you never know if you kill hard on a podcast, if you got to
Right.
slip that baby
All
off.
of a sudden
you know?
that thing falls in your pocket. You know what I mean? Like, babe, I don't know what happened.
If you think this fits loosely, you should see the condoms I wear when I do slip it off. They fall off also.
I don't think you.
It's a small penis joke.
Speaking of falling off, what do you think about our band's props tonight? They're really committed to this horn.
What is this, like a land shark thing?
We're rhinos.
Okay.
Yeah. We got like rhino tusks.
There's a little rhino sound for those of you that were wondering what that.
Is that really what a rhino sounds like?
Oh,
For real?
It's funny. It says.
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, I mean,
It's funny. It says leopard,
Nah.
but I guess it plays for both. There you go.
Oh, that's a rhino. Now
That's
we're
a
talking
rhino.
rhino.
Classic
Definitely.
rhino.
I
You know,
remember.
rhinos are very wise, and they're always wearing graduation caps.
Yeah. They have big eyes.
Yeah.
they're a great boner pill at the gas station. Rhino 11 is the best one.
Have you ever taken a pill for erections?
Oh, no, I mean just the
This
ones
is
at the
the
gas
guy.
stations. Yeah, I'm totally addicted to trying all of them. I collect the cards that they come in. They're all very cool.
Wait, do they work?
He'll do anything
Yeah.
to get a crazy boner, including drinking Mangria. A lot of people don't know. If you want a fucking hard big boner like you've never had before, a glass of Mangria will knock you right into
Right.
shape.
Ready to suck.
Yeah, exactly. So let's get into it. I don't think any of our surprise guests have popped in just yet. So, you know,
I can't
Josh,
be a
you're going to
surprise
keep an eye
guest,
on all that,
motherfucker?
right? Maybe have Rich communicate with you so that you know when they pull in, so that you know ahead of time. You guys ready to get this motherfucker started or what? Main room. We're in the main room, but we're still just a fucking podcast. You know what I mean? No pressure. No big deal. Don't let the neons from the 1930s confuse you. We are clanking up against history. So let's do it. Comedians, you guys know how it works. You sign up for the chance to do 60 seconds. If I pull your name out of the bucket, you come up here and do 60 seconds. You know your time is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Oh, you can barely hear that in this
a-
little main room. Wow.
Yeah, what's up with that rhino? That
You know
little
it's over when you
baby-ass
hear the sound of a
rhino.
rhino.
little
Cute-ass
baby
rhino.
rhino. Let's hear what that cat sounds like one more time. There you go. That means wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Wow.
That last one was. I didn't push that.
There was just a
Dying.
dead
I
puppy.
didn't like that. I didn't like that, Tony.
You didn't like that
That made
one?
my rhino blood run hot.
Oh,
Bears,
Meow.
not for me.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
fucking rip a bear's throat out
Will you?
Yeah.
How would you do that?
with my tusk, man.
There you go. A chicken sound effect, for those of you that missed it, with the rhino bear talk.
I'm cool with chickens.
Are you?
Yeah, rhinos and chickens are cool.
What kind of fucked up wildlife imagination do you have where rhinos are no chickens and bears?
I don't know, man. You know, I live into my own head a lot.
Yeah, I can tell by that prop, man.
You strap one piece of duct tape covered cardboard on your head, and you really become the animal.
A superstar.
I
How
pulled the
many
name
th-
out of the bucket.
How long did it take for him to convince you to go down his terrible path?
I don't know. I'm just happy to be here, you know?
That's good.
Ba-dum-tsh. I pulled our first name out of the bucket, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is a pretty cool name to have pulled out because this is one of the guys that was at the show when we started years ago, worked his way up to being considered one of the funniest door guys and writers here at the Comedy Store.
Wow, what an intro. One of the funniest door guys here.
That is a great
Not
intro.
one of the funniest door guys in the world, one of the funniest door guys in this particular building.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment at this place.
That is true. There's some very... We might have the funniest door guys in this strip of West Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, now that you put it that way, I think the Rainbow Room door guys might have a little edge on these ones. But a lot of
if you're
great
looking to buy
comedians used
Coke.
to be door guys here. Ranazizi, Shafir, me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the one I
Tony.
was getting at. That was a big build-up for that one.
Laurel and Hardy.
No, this guy's great. He's currently working with the new Comedy Central show Roast Battle, and he's working here, I do believe, tonight. Put your hands together for the great Frank Castillo, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm waiting for you to come over there. Let's do it.
Let's do it one more time. Frank Castillo, everybody.
What's up, guys? It was a really tough year for me. I lost my cousin, and it was really, really tough. He was my best friend, and I didn't really know how to handle it, and it really sucked for me. He died of a digestion problem. He couldn't digest massive amounts of heroin. So I got a track mark on the inside of my arm just so I can remember the good times. You know what I mean? Just look down. That's a fucked up joke, I know. But you know what? He would have loved that joke because he had a dark sense of humor and he loved heroin. So the joke had everything that he loved in one nice, tight package. Thank you so much.
You have a...
Wait.
You want to do another 30 seconds?
You want to do another 30 seconds? Because you only did 30 seconds.
Oh, did
I
I?
just asked him that, Brian. Let's ask him one more time. Do you want to do another 30 seconds?
I got a question, man. You want to do another 30 seconds?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, time's up.
When I went to his funeral, I was really, really sad, but I couldn't help to notice that all of his ex-girlfriends showed up, and I thought that must have been really cool, that he fucked so well that all of his ex-girlfriends showed up. And they were, like, consoling one another and, like, you know, hugging each other and trying to fill the hole that he also used to once fill for them. So it was very, very sweet.
Fuck yeah. I like that. We got to hear the whole thing. Frank Castillo. That's fun. That sounds like it comes from a real place.
Yeah. My cousin did die.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it fucking sucked, and I didn't know how to handle it. And then just one day, I just wrote like that joke, and then that was like the next thing that I was obsessed with for the next 8 months.
Yeah.
Was just making this joke work, and I finally figured out how to make it work, and it made me feel so much better.
Yeah, like heroin.
Yeah.
Tell us more about your cousin. Were you guys close from kids? I mean, you're Mexican, so I mean, many?
yeah.
What are we dealing with? I'm guessing it's not your only cousin that's
No.
died from an overdose.
Yeah.
Tony.
I mean, I'm just saying, he's very Mexican. I've met his family. I mean,
Yes.
There could be, thousands of cousins, and just one died from a heroin overdose.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. He drank a lot and stuff. I mean, we were really close. We grew up together. We worked together. Well, he was actually, me and him, he's the one who showed me Dave Chappelle's Killing Me Softly. So he was actually the one that kind of got me into stand-up and stuff.
Wow.
And then heroin killed him softly.
Oh, yes, it did.
Junk.
Oh, shit.
Wow, Rhino coming through with the horns.
But, and it's so funny because it was like my family came and saw me do that joke at San Jose, and it was like I didn't know how they were going to take it or
They
anything.
loved it.
They fucking loved it because it
Right.
was true. He had a super dark sense of humor, and he would have loved that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. What did he do for work?
He
Come on, he was a heroin addict.
he was
Stole
slinging
from
them
people
drugs.
that look like you.
He worked at restaurants and stuff, and then he started giving back and did Alcoholics Anonymous and stuff, and like became like a sponsor. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Worked his way all the way up to sponsor.
Yeah.
That's gotta
And
be
then
so
worked his
fucked
way
up.
back down. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
sounds like
Fucked
a
up.
whiz banger of a sponsor.
Yeah.
I don't know, sponsor. What should I do about this problem? I would suggest shooting a gram of heroin.
Whatever you do, don't drink, man.
Just find something that helps.
Oh, that's fun. So, your family thought that was cool, and anybody, all of them? Did anybody say anything?
No, man, they all loved it. They all were just, I mean, they didn't like love it, but they were just like, "This is a really good joke."
Congratulations, by the way, for selling your handgun.
Thank
that
you
killed
so
that black
much,
guy
guys.
with.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, it's you.
I mean, and getting a job at the Daily Show at the same time.
Thank
or
you.
I mean,
Thank
late
you
show.
so much. I'm just trying to get that lead role in the biopic once it comes out. I'm trying to act.
Well, who
you know?
are we talking about?
I
George
think the first
Zimmerman.
one was George Zimmerman. The second one was who?
He just
the
floated
late
he just floated a few references out on that second one, hoping that any of them would land. Daily Show, Late Show, one of those guys.
Colbert Report?
About a boy.
Corbin.
Yeah.
I think he's
like-
trying to say that the Mexican Frank Castillo reminds him of James Corbin, who took over for the Late Show. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
see that at all.
You
I
don't
also
see that?
liked how you described Trayvon Martin as that black guy.
Black guy. Remember that black guy that got the country all all racially tense?
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Yeah. You killed Trayvon, and then you took his hoodie. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a ballsy move. Frank, tell us something else about you. How long have you been doing stand-up now?
I've been doing stand-up I mean, since I'm 21, I'm 27 now, so 6 years. But I don't really start counting it until I moved to Los Angeles, started working here. So about 4 years. I think.
Where are you from?
From the Bay Area originally, San Jose.
Oh,
Yeah.
have we done this already?
No, I don't think we have.
Oh, okay,
Maybe.
cool.
Yeah, go
Bay
Sharks.
Area. Yeah, well,
Oh, okay.
don't push a lot. Do I look like I like hockey? Come on. I like poetry.
Oh, okay.
Who are your favorite poets, Moshe?
Like Wayne Gretzky would be. Sometimes you just look down that ice and you see that net thing and you're like, goal or something.
Man, that's eloquent.
Frank, tell us something else about yourself other than stand-up comedy. What's an interesting thing about you?
Not much else. No, I mean, I have a girlfriend that I've been dating for a long time. I don't know if that's interesting.
How's
Well,
that
I mean,
going?
it's great. She's going to get her master's degree soon in psychology, so it's.
Wow,
I'm not going to have to work
what
anymore.
You could have done, and you just had her talk to your cousin a little bit. You know what I mean? Figure out some of his deep-rooted issues.
She wasn't available that night.
No.
No.
Do you like dating a coming-of-age psychologist?
Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's got its perks.
Does she talk with you a lot about issues? Do you think that it's like having a girlfriend, or is it sometimes get a little bit like shrinkish?
It's actually not like that at all. It's so funny.
Do you suffer
it's like,
from shrinkage when you're around?
You do. You should try this owl pill I found at a 76 station.
Is her dirty talk like get in your head?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of Freudian stuff, so it works out perfectly.
Really?
No.
You guys having fun? Is everything? How long have you been with her?
We're dating for 5 years now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How do you?
But you only count it since you started working at the comedy store,
Yeah.
right? Really, it's 4
I
years.
only counted it since I started taking the relationship seriously.
Sure.
Do you ever look at her in the face and think, man, she can see right through me?
yeah. I'm just trying to keep those secrets buried deeper and deeper.
All right. So things are exciting between the two of you still? 5 years in?
Yep. She fucking puts up with all this comedy shit. She's cool with it.
How many times do you have a sex a week?
How many times you have a sex
How many times?
Hey!
Also, I want to know how many times you have a linguine a week, an amatriciana a week, everything a week.
You look like the guy from the late show.
Oh, you look like an American hero, George Zimmerman. He killed that black guy.
Just don't eat the skittle around him. Frank. All right.
He didn't answer the question.
We fuck a lot. We still fuck. It's
Like
Really?
once a week?
Like
Once
3 times a week. We still get it.
Whoa, you're
Damn.
going
I mean,
player.
it's-
That's what's up, player. Hell yeah,
Thank you,
bro.
Thank you. We have a roommate, so that's the only thing that
You
counts.
fuck him- you use him also?
No, we make sure the door's open so we can hear.
Is that true? You guys do have a roommate?
Yeah, we do have a roommate.
So what are some things that you do to keep your sex extra quiet?
Not on the bed. We close the door
Well,
and
she
we put
fucks
family.
you. That handles
Yeah,
her
yeah,
noise
yeah,
level
yeah.
altogether.
And then
Yeah.
the second part, if you've ever seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Always the most topical references from Pat.
Great
If you've
movie.
ever seen the 1986 hit movie,
This reminds me of Inherit the Wind.
I can tell by looking out that most of you weren't born yet, but you're going to love this next joke.
Trickle down economics.
I want to go back to that original question. What do you do to keep the sex quiet, if anything at all?
Family Guy, very loud.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That
Which
is-
you're committed to the comedy game. so
Oh,
that's
bro,
bad.
listen.
I will fuck to comedy.
Although I will admit, I have been having sex and then laughed at something that's happened in the background, and it's ruined it.
You got to be careful. You're Mexican, too. While listening to Family Guy, you might make a family guy. Fucking, it's got that demon seed.
Jews are only allowed to fuck while watching Schindler's List because we're trying to remember the people that were lost as we make the people that will come.
Oh, that's like the Equalizer. I like that.
It's exactly like The Equalizer. That's a film you might want to reference in one of your next
Denzel
jokes.
Washington
Yeah.
and Johnny Scortis in The Equalizer.
Isn't that a Charles Bronson film originally?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Do
but
you
of
ever
course.
talk
Or
about-
as you would call him, Denzel, that black guy.
Charles Bronson.
Do you ever talk about do you talk about having sex with a roommate?
Yeah, actually, that's the bit that I'm working on now.
And what do you talk about during that?
Well,
Wait. Why didn't you do the bit you're working on now instead of a bit that you've already done?
Hey, it's called
Who gives
Kill
a shit?
Tony, not
Well, because
Bomb
it's also
Tony.
well that the bit that I'm working on now is a lot longer than a minute, so it's like I don't want to like do one thing and then.
Yeah,
but,
they can say anything as long as they've never done it on the show before.
Yeah.
Why are you dressed like an Easter egg? What is that T-shirt you're wearing?
like
It's
Charlie
the
Brown.
Peanuts is Peanuts.
Penis?
Penis is penis. No, the Peanuts.
I heard penis.
Yeah, you a big penis fan?
All right.
Big penis.
Frank, anything else? Any parting words?
No, man. Thank you. I mean, I was here in the first show, and dude, it's great to see how fucking awesome this is and the opportunity you're giving to
let's not
comics. Thank you
exaggerate.
so
It's
much.
half filled. It's nice to hear you say that.
It's gotten bigger since we first made fun of how small it was. It's pretty full. It's
All
pretty
right,
full.
we're doing
At
okay.
this point, for the podcast listeners, the room is 2/3 filled.
Yeah.
That's true.
2/3 fur?
Fur, 2/3
Like it's a
fur.
fur?
2/3 fur, just like me. It's 2/3 fur.
Everybody's speech impediments
It's
are
a
brought to
fur.
you. We have serving up the mangria in the back is the one and only Bill Cosby. So if you're wondering why everybody's stumbling on their words tonight,
Ready to drink.
he's serving up Adam Carolla's mangria. Frank, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Always
much, Tony.
fun to
Thank you,
see
guys.
new
Thank
stuff from Frank Castillo. Everybody, there he goes. He's on Twitter at Frank C Comedy. He's the first guy up tonight. Josh, anything? Okay. Always best to have the guy with the speech impediment be the guy that yells things from the back
Josh,
of the room.
how full is the room? Is it 2/3 fur?
Yeah, sometimes you go to the well one too many times, dude, and there's no water there. I understand.
What are you talking about? What's this metaphor?
It's about this.
in the Serengeti.
Yeah, we do.
I'm just happy to be here.
I pulled another name out of the bucket. Madison Sinclair, everybody.
Hey guys, what's up? So, a lot of my friends go to drag shows, and I don't like them because they remind me of minstrel shows. I don't know if you guys know what minstrel shows are. In the early 1900s, white actors would put on blackface and just dance around. And that's pretty much what's going on at drag shows. Like, drag makeup's just like female blackface. Like, they're not representing women in good ways at all. They have names like Tasha Salad and Hazelnut. And just once, I want one with a practical name like Susan. And she could just come out and lip sync to a TED Talk about diversity and leadership. I'd put so many singles in her pantsuit, it's ridiculous. So I used to do drag makeup back in Florida, and I used to think that drag queens wanted to be women, and apparently that's not true all the time. Most of the time it's not true. They do it for the money. A lot of them, if you're a successful drag queen, you make... Okay.
Whoa. Oh, the bear is...
I wonder why the West Hollywood Bear got so mad at that line of humor.
Madison chasing that dragon like Frank Castillo's cousin towards the end there, wanting to get out on the big laugh. Madison,
Yes.
hi, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good, how are you?
You have a porn star name.
Yeah, a little
Madison
bit, yeah.
Sinclair.
Actually, it used to be a porn star in the 80s, but she died of a cocaine overdose, so it's all my name now.
Yeah, that's
That
so,
really was a porn star?
Yeah.
Wow.
What a cool theme we have going tonight.
My mom, like right after I was born, she was driving, and I guess they drove past a strip club, and she was like the special performer. So, and they had no idea. So, they looked at my parents, looked at each other, and they were like, "Fuck."
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
after you already had the name?
Yeah.
You were a newborn infant.
Yeah, in the
That's
back.
such a funny story because it's not like your parents couldn't have been like, "Fuck, let's change her name." Right? They were like, "Fuck, oh well."
Yeah. I guess like they're just banking that she would die in a cocaine overdose, so it worked out.
Right. And now here you are.
How do you make your money, Madison?
I don't actually right now. I was on a thing with MTV and it just finished. But
What do you mean you were on a thing with MTV?
I was casting for the show called Epic Game Show, and it was weird because it's basically like a physical. It's supposed to be like Double Dare.
But you were casting.
You're a
for it?
casting director?
I was for a little bit. I did for
That's
a
cool. I thought you were really funny. I thought you were awesome.
Really good job.
You're amazing.
I thought that was a great joke.
That was funniest stand-up.
Yeah, really good. So you guys thought she was really good, right? I mean, just good stuff.
Yeah.
From start to finish, just punch. I mean, there weren't any laughs, but like sometimes that's what you want. You know what I mean?
You ever do any casting for National Geographic? Because I know a couple rhinos that would love to do a pop-in. Madison, how long have you been on stand-up?
2 years.
2 years. You get up a lot?
Yeah, I try to go up as much as I can, like around 4 times a week.
Before casting for MTV, how were you making money?
Before that, I was working on The Soup for a little bit, and then it got canceled.
Casting for The Soup?
No, I was finding the clips on the show.
Wow.
Catch
Yeah.
for the soup and then it spilled.
Oh shit! The true soup joke over there.
Actually, I was thinking about just doing stand-up full-time and then trying to do something with care.com, and I found out that there's a lot of scams.
What's care.com?
Basically, if you want to watch people's puppies, they pay you money. So that's where...
Puppies only?
Kids too, but...
Only the young version of things, though? Like, no, you can't watch a dog. It's only a puppy, a kitten, a baby.
I think you can watch full-grown dogs too, but...
All right, I'm
Wait a second. So that's how do you? What is it?
It's like a website, and like if people need their dogs or kids watched, you just make a profile.
That.
I was going to do that.
It's like an app or something?
Yeah, it's like an app and a
That's
website.
so funny to think of a parent like, I gotta have. Is there a random stranger that can watch my child for a while?
Right. Somebody that I could just trust with my dog, but might want to, give them a chance at the big
maybe
leagues.
somebody that's worked in casting on Epic Game Show on MTV. Yeah, go for it.
My friend just uses Uber to babysit their kids. Just puts them in the back seat.
Yeah, I'd like you to drive it to San Diego and back. That's cool.
But you never ended up doing it.
Yeah, I found out a lot of them were scammers, and they got my number, and I got involved in like a lot of scams through that. So I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks, and so I decided to fuck with them as much as I could.
Wait, hold on. Can you expand?
Okay,
I feel like you're going into a bit, but I want to actually know what's going on.
Okay. Well, basically, what happened was I decided that I was going to.
She starts crying immediately.
Yeah, I was going to watch puppies and then do stand up because I'm 21, and I think that's my plan, basically.
That's good.
Yeah, really optimistic. And these people started messaging me, and they said, "Hey, we want to pay you up front for 4 weeks. We're going to give you a check for $2,500."
Oh shit!
And
I think I can guess the rest of the scam. They give you the check, you go, you cash the check and send them money, but
Yeah.
it's a fake check.
Yeah, that
was me, dude.
That was
Yeah.
He doesn't even have any puppies.
But this one was actually for a kid because I decided, I'll watch a kid. And they got really detailed with the lie. They were like, "Oh, it's a baby and it's disabled, so it's going to be in a wheelchair, and we need you to use the money."
Wait a second. Wait, this sounds suspicious from the get, right? A wheelchair for a baby, or don't we call those strollers? It's going to be a baby in a wheelchair.
Tony, don't you mean a stroller?
How was the English syntax in these emails they were sending you? Was it on point or fucked up?
It was fucked up. That's how I knew something was kind of up with that.
It's a baby in a wheelchair. Look, it's not one of these walking babies that you see everywhere, nor is it a sprinting baby that you may have seen.
Mein dear Madiston, me have tell you big story of big sad in my heart. Small baby mine have big sick in leg, no walk, can't. Me send 2,500, you put little money in your bank, send me big money. Mm-hmm.
Why?
P.S. Me saw this drag queen thing, drag not like minstrel show at all.
Brought it full circle.
Then you said that you've been scammed a lot lately. Did you say that?
Yeah, I got a lot of texts from it, but this is the
from
first.
the same person though, from the same thing.
I think it's like just a huge thing that's going on right now. But I fell for the first one because I didn't send money, but I was contacting her for a while,
right.
And she wanted me to use the money to buy a wheelchair. So I was like, "What the fuck's the kid doing now?"
An adult wheelchair?
Yeah, there's a
special
different app for
wheelchair.
that.
They said.
Wow.
So. I don't know.
I feel like everybody has to go through. You ever been scammed? I feel like everybody has one scam in their life, and then you go, "Okay, I'll never get scammed again."
Yeah.
Now I get what that feels like.
Yeah.
It's happened to me. I bought some speakers out of a van once. It's like, what a bargain.
You did that shit.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Okay, cool. I lost $150, and I'll never get scammed."
What happens
by
when
anybody
the
again.
speaker scam? Like you get like broken speakers in a box?
No, the speaker scam isn't even that good of a scam from their perspective. They come to you and they go like, "Oh shit, I'm a speaker delivery guy, and I got these speakers. There's an extra pair of them that wasn't on the invoice. I'll sell it to you right now for $150."
I've had this happen to me.
Yeah,
I didn't do it.
And you think, "Oh, I'm getting over," because they tell you that's worth $900, and then you look it up and it's like worth like $75. It's like, they just pressured you into basically buying a pair of speakers.
Right.
That's it. That's their big scam. This is more legit.
Right. No puppies in the box or anything like that.
I just want to know what the word scam means.
Really?
Yeah, they keep talking. It's like sounds like a cool band name, but I don't know what the heck it means.
Okie dokie. Madison. Madison.
Yeah.
Tell us something else interesting about yourself.
Okay, so I moved out here 7 months ago.
From where?
And from Orlando.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a creepy place, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm
It's
curious. Is anybody in Orlando not named after a stripper?
I don't think so.
It's
But-
all porn star names. Even Tony Orlando.
So your plans to do stand-up for a living?
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah.
I mean, like now, though?
Well, I wanted to like do that to fund myself, and then just do a bunch of my.
Oh, you just wanted to stop working so you could focus on stand-up? you're
Yeah.
saying. Oh, okay. All right.
So now that you're done working and you're fully focused on stand-up, like how often are you performing a night?
I've been performing. I haven't been performing that much, honestly. It literally just ended. So I'm just trying to figure it out right now.
How long ago did it literally just end?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
What
So
ended?
you've just been sort of just chilling for 2 weeks.
I've been writing. I wrote a pilot and doing things like
You wrote a
that.
pilot in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
No, she
I mean,
wrote a letter to a pilot she met in Orlando. Doesn't take that
Yeah.
long.
Jeff.
My dearest Admiral Jeff, I am sending the 2500
Yeah.
along with the wheelchair as we speak.
Been doing some serious writing. Well, that's fun, Madison. That's interesting. What are your parents like?
My mom is a makeup artist, and she's cool as fuck. She's like blue hair and half her head shaved. And
What's the cool part?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's got HPV.
Yeah, I mean, she probably does. Have you ever thought about that?
it does what?
Well, I mean, blue hair, half shaved. Normally, someone like that would be the type of person to have a serious STD.
Jesus.
Well, by the way, HPV is not a serious STD.
No, every single person here has.
Yeah,
it.
pretty much.
Except Pat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except Pat.
Which is strange because he's one of the horniest guys up here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you.
Well done.
Fuck me. Where's my gunshot when I need it? All right.
So do we talk about the bit still, or do we? Is
Nah, we can if we want to.
We
I mean,
pivoted
it was
into
just sort of like
a
yeah.
loose interview show.
I mean, if you just want to get into it, you could always just go straight into the thing that you said 25 seconds in, which is I
Exactly.
feel like drag queens are really just white women doing blackface or whatever you said.
And they've
You
got
know?
these terrible names like blah 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 blah.
Right.
How then you get the funny part was way buried underneath tons of subcutaneous fat
Right.
that I just didn't.
Literally, a bit about drag queens was covered in all this stuff that you didn't need.
Like soot and
warm
shoe
stuff.
polish and
Right.
So-
And the joke was sort of meanwhile the meat of the joke was sort of tucked underneath
Yeah.
all the
It was
stuff
thick.
that you were saying.
But also, that was a great joke, Tony. I want to acknowledge it. Also, what was funny about it was there was a joke in there, but the thing that you were covering it up with was like very uncomfortable race stuff. Like it was like you could have gotten to the joke. You just say minstrel show and then do the joke, but you're like, you guys familiar with what a minstrel show is? Basically, like a black guy, well, a white guy would come, he would smear his face with soot, and he would dance around like a monkey. It's like, no, don't do that. I was like, why are you doing that? Stop.
Yeah. It's super racist, just
not
like
on
the
board.
sound effect Brian's playing right now.
Well, I was surprised to learn how few people actually know what menstrual shows were.
That's true.
Like
People
I
are
thought people
stupid.
would just know what it meant, but
Yeah, some people don't even know what the fuck a scam is. So, I mean,
She's like, to be fair, I have been performing it exclusively in Orlando, and they don't know what anything is. Also, if you want to do a bit about minstrel shows, make sure that you pronounce it minstrel and not menstrual, which is how you are pronouncing it.
Right.
And a menstrual show is a completely different
yeah,
kind.
it's how
Just a
this
different color that they smear
It's
on
a
their
Lower East Side
it's
theater.
how this stage got its nice red tone
That's
was
right.
from having many menstrual shows back in the Roaring 20s.
Have you ever heard of a menstrual shot? They have like these things instead of putting tampons on heavy flow
Nope,
days. It's like
stop
this-
now.
I
Stop
stopped
it.
listening almost instantly.
Did you see the guy that ate the rat and like ran
Oh
down the
yes,
thing?
that's
what the fuck
what-
was that?
I said that to you.
Oh God. No, you gotta stop sending me stuff like that. How many people saw the guy bite the rat head today?
Yeah, the mouse
I
head.
didn't see that. I was too busy getting Game of Thrones spoilers fucking thrown at me on
Yeah.
Twitter because I was in Hawaii
I
trying to have
know.
a good time, enjoying my fucking life, and these bullies that I follow online, mostly comedians.
Yeah.
Fuck these people,
I
man.
know. They all want to make their fucking dumb joke like, oh,
Yeah.
you know.
It's like, it wasn't funny. Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to enjoy life. Why you got to be a fucking asshole, Madison?
Right. Just because they have nothing better to do than watch Game of Thrones the fucking second it comes out.
Right. I'm cool. I got a life.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so upset about Game of Thrones spoilers.
All right, Madison. Well, you get it. You have to lose the setups, and one of the things that everybody does when they're first starting out, everybody does it when they're very first starting out, is they over-explain, and you're giving too much information in the setup, and then you are explaining more stuff that we all sort of know about, and if they don't know about it, then they're so stupid that they're not going to get the joke anyway, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So just fly through the good shit, and then have more good shit, and lose the bad stuff.
I got this theory, too.
Some of the most sound advice I've ever given on the show before. Keep the good shit, lose the bad shit.
Yeah. I have this theory, too, about, and I am kind of a snobby comedian that uses a lot of big words, but I actually have this theory that people that, even when they don't know the word you're using, they like it. They like being talked to with like these big words because it makes them feel like, oh, or you trust me to be smart enough to go with you on this. Patton does it, Greg Proops does it. It's just, so I don't think you need to worry about people
John
understanding.
Panette used to do it.
John Panette. What was it? He only had big words because he was...
Yeah, they were all food words. He was like a lot of like au jus and stuff.
Cannellonis, yeah. Anyway.
Hey, I had a joke for Madison.
Uh-oh.
You said you used to do makeup for drag queens.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Couldn't tell.
I don't even know what that means.
It kills. It must have meant something.
What's your tattoo on your wrist?
Oh, okay. So I told my mom she could write whatever she wanted, and I would get it tattooed on me.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
really
she's
risky.
just like wrote her viral load
From
in there.
from the great writer minds that brought you Madison Sinclair. Hey, thanks for the name, Mom. How about even more embarrassment?
Imagine looking at a woman with half blue hair, half shaved head, and be like, anything you want, go for it. You're so lucky it's not a swastika. I can't believe it.
Or like a penis coming swastikas. Yeah, I was pretty scared about that.
So what did she write on your arm?
Love you forever, like the book Love You Forever, my baby you'll be.
Oh, you hear? Love you forever.
Yes.
Man, I just do not get tattoos at all.
If you were going to say, I just do not get a mother's love. I just
really don't
understand that.
I remember this one guy that I knew when I first moved out here, fucking forever ago, and he got a tattoo. It was never a guy that I really liked. I think I just like sold pot to him or something like that. Back way back. I'm talking like I'm like 20 or 21, hanging out with my brother out here, and he got a tattoo on his leg that said "Forget 2004" or something like that, because he had a bad year in 2004. I'm like, what does that tattoo say? He's like, "Forget 2004." I'm like, what happened in 2004? He's like, my grandma died. It's like, dude, if you want to forget 2004, don't write it on your fucking body. Right? So I never really made friends with that guy.
I was the loser that got the Asian symbol that I thought meant like an R for my last name, and then this Asian girl came up to me a couple years ago and it was like, why do you have that on your arm? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's an R.
Yeah, it says faggot.
No, it says
Nothing on that?
waterfalls.
Okay. I think he was ready.
Wow.
Can you guess who had that story queued up?
Right.
Does anybody want to take a guess?
No, even Ray-Ban was like the whole time, like, how can I do waterfalls? How can I do waterfalls? How can I do waterfalls? I thought,
I actually had waterfalls as the next song to play, and then you started talking about shitty tattoos.
Shut
and it
up.
reminded me
You
of my
did
dumb
not.
tattoo.
All right. Madison, there you go.
All right.
You did it. Welcome. Thank you. Madison Sinclair. She's on Twitter at Sick and Satired. We can get through some people tonight. This is an exciting time. You guys having fun or what? I pulled another name out of the bucket. How about Chris Osborne?
Don't wanna in the wind and the candles of waterfalls that you know, right? Hey, you guys ever realize how every good night of sleep you get is like a movie trailer for dying? You get a good 10 hours, you're like, oh, that's what it's going to be like. I can't wait.
Hey, you you guys hear about this this Moshe Kasher's honeymoon tour? I hear next they're going to the moon.
Wow. I've never on this show heard somebody get so many laughs from doing absolutely nothing whatsoever.
Well, that's a perfect example
Not
of
a
stage
real
presence.
single joke.
That's a perfect
Yeah,
example.
it's
One
a
joke.
perfect example of only stage presence.
Oh, he had one joke. That's what's so funny. He had one-liner, and he's just like, all I've ever written is one one-liner.
Yeah.
Let me pad it with this completely constructed persona.
How do I pad an extra 50 seconds onto this 60-second set? Chris, very likable.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, it wasn't a persona.
not a-
Awesome. You're retarded.
I can't help it.
No, I liked it. Honestly, I liked the beginning.
Yeah.
Because there was a moment when I, in your position, would have bailed. I was like, oh, he's going to bail here. And then you didn't bail. You were just like, no. Louis Armstrong.
One of the things that always happens is the comedians can influence a room, and comedians laugh hard when other comedians are struggling or committing to something much more than they should.
True.
I mean, I know a couple of these people were just losing their shit because I looked at them with the look of, why the fuck are you laughing that hard at absolutely nothing whatsoever?
I thought it was
But then
funny.
that builds some momentum, and then it starts over there. It's like a little wildfire of accidental laughter that you're able to get.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedians like that, though, that use that formula where they just
agree.
pretty much go
Oh
on
yeah,
stage.
totally. They're called bad ones.
I'm not as, I don't hate it. I thought it was funny. I liked it actually. And
too.
honestly, it's a little bit of, it's like an Easter egg. It's like not everybody knows that the L in TLC actually stands for Louis Armstrong. So I thought that was cool that you finally.
That's a good one.
I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank my agents. Then I was like, okay, what's up with the joke? Because I think that's what you were feeling too. Like, okay, cool, you've done this like padding a Fozzie Bear thing.
Yeah.
Like, now what's up? And then you did one real joke. I was like, okay, maybe he's got jokes. And then you did a riff about me, which I didn't like that part at all. No, I like, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, where was the next joke?
When you do longer sets, are you like sort of you improvise a lot? Is that sort of your thing? You're sort of uncomfortable, you acknowledge the room or the music that plays you up and things like that and just sort of roll with it? Or do you do more of a set? You were just playing the room here tonight.
Well, I have a bad memory, so I try to improvise as much as I can, but I do have jokes. I got them. They're in there. They're in them. They
were in there?
They're in here.
They're in there.
They're in there. You're pointing to your mouth.
In the mouth somewhere. Got one for each tooth, Tony.
I love that.
I mean, I think, it's hard to wade through your personality to figure out what's really happening here, but
That's what everyone that's ever met me says.
Yeah, you have an interesting one. It almost feels like when you were a baby, you may have fallen out of your wheelchair. There you go. Fuck yeah, a waterfall's
Madison
timing on
jumps
that
up,
one.
throws money on the stage. I thought you were funny. I think obviously you've got a lot of funny persona vibes, and I just wanted to hear more jokes. Personally,
Yes.
The last joke about me was like I thought it was entertaining because I like hearing my name, but I just didn't think it was necessary to prove to me that you were a good comedian. I wanted like 3 more of those one-liners.
I want to
was
know
like, oh, this
more
guy's
about
got
you,
it.
Chris. I want to know more about your real life. Where are you from?
I'm from.
Hey, Chris. You happen to
Town,
know
is that a place?
where you're from?
That's right.
Are you from Austin?
You're the only person that like we're in Vegas or something. Like the party's just getting started. Let me think about this one for a second. There you go, Brian. You're so good. There you go. Almost pointless to do it at that period.
He just plays Waterfalls by TLC again.
So what is it, Chris?
I was born in Santa Barbara.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Parents have a lot of money?
One of them.
Right.
It's
really
funny. Wait, you grew up in Santa Barbara or what? Because you look like that Elliot, like that murderer from Santa Barbara. That's cool. You got that.
He's
Somebody,
such a dick.
He's got a fan here. That's cool. But he does look like him a little bit.
Let me tell you, I went to IV and I did not kill.
Right. Tony?
So, what does your dad do for work?
See, my dad's not the rich one. My dad's a dermatologist, and he's the only reason I'm in Santa Barbara. My mom's Brazilian, and she's rich as fuck.
Wait, your poor parent is a doctor?
Yeah.
And your rich parent is a Brazilian? Man.
Do you know what rich means?
Everything is backwards about you. Do you know what rich means? Oh, did I say rich? I mean poor as fuck. My Brazilian mother is so poor. How's your Brazilian mom so rich?
So my grandpa, he imports surgical tools to the South America.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
For
Did
like
he say
fake
dermatologist?
His dad's a dermatologist. His mom is a Brazilianaire.
Dermatologist.
I do
is
first
skin,
aid.
right?
a Brazilian knife error.
Wait, how much of this is real?
Oh, all of it, man. People don't think I'm real. People are like, you just jumped out of a comic strip. You get back in that book.
We get it, Chris. You're super likable, and because it works for you, you're never going to change it.
I have no friends, Tony. I promise.
I had a conversation. In Chris's defense.
You had a conversation with him before the show?
I had a conversation with Chris, a couple weeks ago outside of the Comedy Store, and I was just stunned. I was like, what is going on?
Right.
But yeah, that's
Chris, what do you do for work?
How
long have you been doing stand-up? Answer that one first.
A year, almost a year and a half.
You do a lot of spots?
As many as I can.
How do you make money?
I'm a PA.
Where at?
For a show on TNT called The Last Ship.
I think I've seen that.
How do grips treat you? You're like, hey, I need a stinger.
Are you somebody's personal assistant in particular? Like one person that you're assigned to?
Like a PA on set, like one of those production assistant guys.
I actually work post.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you work postmodern. I've seen your persona.
I was thinking post-op.
Whoa, what?
Somebody made a funny noise at that one.
I think you're funny, dude. Obviously, you know what's interesting is that people with this kind of like weird, like whatever this is, they often go into one-liner stuff. Like Joe Pera has a vibe like you. Like you like him?
I like Joe
Pera's
Pera.
awesome.
Yeah, he's really funny and he's got a very strong persona. And I actually, after I saw his Tonight Show set or something, I texted my friend who lives in New York like, is this real or is this what's happening with this dude's personality? So I think you're sort of going in the right direction. Do you mostly write one-liners?
Yeah, I'd say the majority of what I have is one-liners.
Cool. Yeah, I think you're funny. You'll be good.
You want to do one more before you leave?
Yeah, totally. Of course. Yeah.
Instead of just humming a song for 36 seconds.
It's a good opener, though. It's not.
It worked. Nobody else try that. Ever.
You really hate stuff like that?
I mean, it's just sort of cheat mode. You know what I mean?
I guess.
If you just commit to dog shit, people will laugh at 35 seconds.
I gotta. That's his whole. My strategy.
They really will.
That's the
Some will
Brazilian
laugh in
plan.
the beginning because they're like, oh, it's cute. And then all of a sudden, especially in a room where there's a stack of comedians. Like, I could hear the hatred in your laughter. Let there be no confusion about it. I was built in open mics and in the darkness in the middle of the night. I know comedian hate laughs, all right?
I don't agree with you at all. I don't think these people thought you was like
they're laughing at me saying they were hate laughing. They were fucking hate laughing.
I don't think you would get as many laughs doing that as he did because you don't have the persona of this like whatever.
I could easily.
Again,
that is kindergarten dog shit to me. I could do it in my sleep.
I don't think so. Actually, I disagree.
Can I have a gold star?
Ask Brian. Brian, we were talking about it a couple days ago. You said that you like Goofy Tony more than any other Tony.
I do like
I don't
Goofy
bust
Tony.
it out a lot, but when I'm goofy,
I didn't say you can't be goofy, Tony.
Oh, come on.
Goofy, Tony.
I'm just saying that like there's something about your persona is very straight. You are you. You're pretty much the same person on stage as off. Not there's a little heightening, but this is like I don't. Again, this is like pica. I had lead paint situation growing up. And like so it adds it's auto comedy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cheating as much as you're saying it is.
Look, I'm not saying you're shitty, Chris. I'm just saying I didn't like the beginning of your set. I thought the joke was good. I get commitment. That's why I like bringing Pat Reagan back every week. If anybody believes in commitment and just letting an artist be an artist, it's me. But
what I will say to your credit, Tony, is
Yeah.
like maybe when you have 1 minute to showcase yourself as a comedian, don't fuck around for 35 seconds
Right.
of
That's
it.
true.
Do one joke and then go back
because
into fucking
if you
around.
can get that laugh that you're getting from doing that from your material, if you believe in it that much, then get to it.
Yeah, Tony's like, if you got shit to do it. Don't just bullshit.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think you do have shit to do. That's why I almost never ask anybody if they want to do another joke when they're up here. But it's sort of like I want to see more of the actual you rather than.
Well, this joke better be good.
You
guys. I have a lot of addictions. Okay, but my worst one is I'm addicted to therapy.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Why? You fucked this joke up.
It works. It fits. I don't know who to see about it.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. I think you had those in you. Okay, sure. There you go, Chris Osborne. Under the part where most people leave their Twitter handle, he just wrote the word Facebook. So
He's still killing.
yeah.
He's killing in the comments section.
Not only that, but he scratched out something and then wrote Facebook,
Right.
to be exact.
He's like, Friendster. No, too soon.
I love it. You remember anything? I probably asked you this before, but I want to ask you again. Do you remember anything you did when you very first started that you can't believe you did on stage, or that ended up being different than how you turned out? Or
Oh yeah, for sure. I still do it to some small degree, but I've learned how to harness it. I think I must have said this on this podcast before, but I was definitely like, I grew up in Oakland, and I thought I had everybody in Oakland in the '90s thought they were would try to be black. They have like a hip hop black vibe. And so when I started comedy, I hadn't done that for a long time, but it was just the way that I was raised. But I started doing it on stage, and I could tell very clearly it was just like me feeling scared. Right. So I was like, what's a good defense mechanism that I used to do when I was, in Oakland public schools? Oh, this is good. And eventually that sort of fell away. But that would be my thing, is I would be like the guy that looked nerdy but was actually
What would be one of the most hip-hop things that you would say?
I would talk about the different poets that I liked and stuff. No, just I'm talking about in terms of slang and affect. You know what I mean?
Gretzky?
What's that?
Like Gretzky?
Yeah. Gretzky was probably my favorite rapper back then.
But when you say slang, you can't get you mean the way that you said the things that you.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
God, I'd love to hear some of that.
Well,
some of that. Yo, what up? It's me, Moshe motherfucking Kasher.
But it was done with tongue in cheek. It was done ironically, but then the irony was really just a defense mechanism. So at any rate, now here we are today, where I will for example, I talk about this is I have a bit now I'm working on where I'm talking about Natasha's period.
Yeah.
And I'm every month,
Which reminds me, her show, Another Period, just got picked up by Comedy
For a
Central for
third
season 3.
Yeah, season 3, yeah. We premiere June 15th, and I'm actually a producer on the show as well.
Oh, wow. You must know somebody on the inside.
Yeah.
Hello.
And we premiere season 2 premieres June 15th, and then season 3 just got announced for a third season pickup. We're very excited.
It's so awesome.
Excited. Yeah, hell
Killing
yeah.
it.
Yeah, life is good. At any rate. Oh, I do a sound effect where I'm every month she comes in, she's like, brrrah, 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 brrrah. So little things like that, little hip-hopism. I still have some of them, but most of them have fallen by the wayside.
Still give us a little taste of that Oakland flavor every
You
once in a while.
ever wear a FUBU shirt?
No, I would not say I went that far. I've always been well dressed.
I wore a FUBU shirt.
Did you really?
Yeah, my mom bought it for me. It was a yellow FUBU shirt. I didn't even know.
Oh, you didn't know what you were wearing?
No, I was going to Six Flags with all the couples who didn't understand that they were all about PDA.
Well, FUBU blew up so hard. It's funny now. You can see dads in FUBU, white soccer dads in FUBU gear, which is really funny. It's for us by us, but it's some 50-year-old Republicans for you by you.
Papa FUBU.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny that you would wear something that is nothing like the type of animal that you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking just that.
All right. FUBU, yellow one. How old do you think you were?
I was 11.
I'm a little older than you, so I did Fila. That's what I wore when I was young.
Yeah.
And I had a whole Fila outfit. In fact, it was my nickname at rehab. They called me Fila.
Really?
Yeah, straight
Wow.
up. Like some girl one time was like, "Oh shit, you're Fila?" My first taste of fame.
Speaking of first taste of fame, this looks like a brand new name that I've never pulled out of the bucket before. This should be interesting. Put your hands together for Susie Montana. Ooh la la. Susie Montana.
Susie, go back to Montana, Susie!
Yeah. Fuck you, Susie Montana.
All I have in this world.
This person's definitely here. Good handwriting, always present. Put your hands together for Lonell Price.
What's up? I feel like I got called on The Price is Right. I was like, yeah! And before I start, y'all give it up for my girlfriend. Her and her husband just celebrated their 3-year wedding anniversary. And everybody, y'all follow me on ChristianMingle.com. My username is Godly Penis Stick. I tried to put Godly Penis Dick, but they didn't allow cuss words. But fellas, y'all ever been in the car and them awkward ass radio sex commercials come on, just attacking us out of nowhere? It's like, do you have a small penis? Can't get it up? Are you not satisfying your woman sexually in the bedroom? Well, I have some great news for you. Try our new product called Extents, where you can finally pleasure your woman. And as soon as the commercial went off, I was in the car with my grandma. She laughed, and she like, your granddaddy need to call that number. I done had my mistress for 40 years. Ernest been putting it down since the 70s. I said, Grandma, you ain't shit. She's like, oh, hell, don't judge me, boy. Judging by that, you've been single for the last 3 years. Your ass need to call that number. And I'm like,
You're funny. I really like you.
I was trying. Everybody just.
How many times have you done stand-up? How long you been doing this?
I've been doing stand-up for like a year now.
About a year.
Yeah. I bombed a couple of times, so hey.
No way.
I bombed like Pearl Harbor, baby.
Make that 3.
That's a hilarious statement.
Bomb like Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, because
Did
that
Pat
bomb.
Reagan write that for you? You know, that old thing from the 60s?
Pearl Harbor is from 1940.
Yeah.
Lonell Price, much like...
Does anybody know what
Huh?
When did Pearl Harbor happen?
What year is Pearl Harbor? What's the
I'm gonna
IQ
guess
of
42.
America?
Anybody know?
1942.
Who gives a fuck?
41?
Anyway.
41, you were right. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I don't.
I was
National
right.
nightmare.
Let's move on.
Well, my
Look-
dad cares.
Okay.
Hey,
Why does your dad care?
Because he's a fucking smart guy. And he
Oh,
reads
is he here
books.
tonight
he
or
reads
something?
David McCullough books about fucking John Adams and Henry Kissinger and all that shit. And he's a fucking smart guy.
He must be
Actually,
so
I heard
proud
your-
that
I
you have
heard
a
your
piece
dad
of
is a
rhino
bitch.
nose pressed
Are
up
you
against
saying my
your
dad's a
face.
bitch?
I heard
Moshe?
that your dad's a bitch.
No.
I heard that.
No.
I heard he wasn't
I mean,
smart.
I don't know if he's gay, but
There have been some rumors to that. I want to talk to Lonell Price. Am I saying that correctly?
Lonell.
Lonell.
LPZ.
Oh, okay.
That's my rap name.
Oh.
Is that really your rap name?
No, I don't rap. I do comedy.
You just do stand up.
I was a truck driver.
Is that true?
Really?
A loser.
I didn't say you were a loser. That's so weird that your inner
Oh, yeah.
monologue told you that.
Yeah.
I said really. He's like, a loser, you
Yeah, I was driving for a company called Swift, which stands for Sure Wish I Finished Training.
You son of a bitch.
Sneaking in another little joke.
Lonell,
You're so
I have
likable.
never seen anybody laugh quite as hard and as shocking as you do.
yeah. I feel like
I sometimes, like, when I feel like I'm dying slowly on stage, I laugh at my own jokes.
yeah, it's insecurity. it's fear and insecurity. Do you laugh in your sleep?
Dude, I laugh everywhere, dude. I laugh.
Dude.
Do you laugh during sex?
I laughed at my grandma's funeral, which I regret, like, because I was doing the speech at the time, and I was like, I'm going to miss you, grandma.
Oh, shit, really?
Wait.
I died really slowly that day. I was like, never again.
Wait, you're also filled with persona that I can't tell if it's real or not. You didn't laugh at your grandma's funeral, did you?
Man, that was terrible. I did.
You are just a bunch of likability. You're like a black Chris Osborne.
I don't understand.
How do you make your money?
Right now I'm doing Uber and Lyft, like everybody.
Uber and laugh.
Uber and Lyft.
You take picks you up in a laugh.
Do you do a lot of material in that Uber?
Oh yeah, I got a couple jokes for that.
You got some
I just
Lyft
got
jokes.
one.
I get in your Honda 93 Honda Civic. I'm gonna assume, and I get in and I'm like, I get in the back and I'm like, onward to Silver Lake, and do your opening bit.
Yeah, what would you say to him?
No,
I'm in here. I'm texting. I got important shit going on. You know,
Right.
season 3 pickups. That's why I'm on doing Lyft.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on, we gotta start.
He just got into your car.
Yeah, I mean,
What do
that
you
car.
say first?
Well, he don't really have to say nothing because they already typed the address in prior. But I did have a guy get in my Uber, and he assumed I was going to guess where he was going. He just said, "Take me to Brad's house, dude." And Brad stayed about 5 hours away, so they charged about $300 to his credit card. And apparently, he typed in the wrong address. Like, he was that drunk getting him up.
Holy shit.
It was very...
All right, Lionel, so let's go back to this original question. What kind of car are you driving for Uber?
I got a 2012 Nissan Maxima.
Nissan Maxima.
Yes.
You pull up. Moshe Kasher
I'm
gets
in.
in your back seat. He's on the cell phone.
Hey, what's up, man? Silver Lake, look
What's
at
up,
me.
bro? I see you,
Okay,
man.
All right.
Just play it real, Lionel. Do not try to be funny.
All right,
here.
okay.
We want to see what kind of fucking driver you are. We've already seen your dog shit comedy. All right, don't try to be funny.
Look. It's funny. It's just, it took me a minute to get to the punchline, man.
What are you talking about? It took you a minute to get to the punchline. I'm a client in your Lyft right now.
Yeah.
Okay, where you going,
Punchline.
dude? Is you going to Brad's house, dude?
Just because I'm white doesn't mean I know a guy named Brad. But
Every white guy knows Brad,
but
man.
yes, I am going to see my friend Bradley. So you can't not be funny or try. I mean,
No,
that's interesting.
terrible.
So what's your Uber rating if you this is how you act when you're driving
got
an
a-
Uber?
I
What are we dealing with?
4.7. 4.7.
4.62. Somebody gave me
4.6?
Wow.
Oh, man, I would cancel that ride immediately.
Yeah.
Somebody gave me a bet with like 1 star. I think it was
For
the-
what? Do you tell him some of your jokes?
Maybe it's the guy you charged $500 because he was so drunk that he said Brad's house, and you're like, well, I'm just going to type Brad's house into the GPS, and first thing that pops up.
I think because when she was getting out, I made thinking close the door. Her dress got caught in the door, so. It was,
And you started driving away?
That's a
your
classic
butthole?
seduction move.
Yeah.
I was trying to talk to her, but she was married, so.
You ever gotten laid out of a Lyft?
No,
No, never?
no, it'd be very awkward.
You have a girlfriend right now?
No, she left me.
Oh, you tell her some of those jokes?
No, I stay in Chicago. We both stay in Chicago. She left me for a guy that stay in St. Louis, which don't make any sense because St. Louis is like 5 hours away. Like, what was this guy doing to take my girl?
That is one huge dick. You know what I'm saying? Stretching it all the way from St. Louis to Chicago. Just like, here, you got take some of that.
Arching over the Missouri River into Chicago, and your girl back around.
It had to be,
She never told you why she left you for him?
No.
I mean, did you guys ever fight? Any suspicious reasons why? You think you were pleasing her in the bedroom?
I seen it on Instagram. She liked a couple of his pictures, so I was like, I think that's the guy right there.
Goes down in the DM.
It definitely did. It don't go down in my DM. My last message was from like 60 weeks ago.
60 weeks ago. I love how he knows the exact numbers to things. Oh, my Uber rating 4.62. I didn't even know there was a second digit.
It
on
was
that
a
shit.
message. It was a message from my auntie asking me, "Can I come by and cut the grass?" Which doesn't make any sense.
Oh shit! That means come trim her pubes.
Yeah.
Go downtown. I know what's going on there.
Hey, I have a question. Would you fuck your auntie?
What type of sick shit is it?
After a delicious glass of mangria, he would.
Well, it depends on how, like, where she hangs on the family tree. Like, is it
Whoa,
like,
that's the most racist thing I've ever heard a black guy say about his own black
no,
family.
seriously, like,
Wow. I mean, I guess you can get away with saying it. I can't say that.
I can only say that backstage with Tony alone. Before tonight's show, we were talking about this literally.
Hanging on the family tree, Lionel.
No, like like the family tree. Like, is that
If
your
she's a-
closest
no.
auntie? Like, is that your sister's mother?
If she's your play
friend?
auntie, you could fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Told you guys.
You seem very sort of like there's something sort of like Prince about you, sort of like.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, you're giving me
Hold
the
on,
hand
hold
right
on,
now
hold
to
on,
prove
hold on,
to me
hold
that
on.
you're not Princess.
Hey, wait,
by
no,
the way.
no.
I am not like that.
I do not know why she
hold
left
on,
me
hold
for
on.
that guy in St. Louis. I cannot for the life of me figure it out.
Hey, no, I wanted to get to
Leaving
my.
me for a guy in St.
Hey.
Louis, just him and his little red Corvette.
No. Speak. I had a funny Prince joke I was gonna try to say. Can I try it?
Try it.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
guess is much like Prince, it's going to be dead in no time. Come on.
Hey.
I can't support that, but I honor
hey,
it.
I was watching a documentary on Prince. Did y'all know Prince was a Jehovah's Witness? Could y'all just imagine?
That's how you know you're trotting fresh territory comedically.
It's funny.
Are you guys familiar with this? Yes, everyone here is.
Exactly what we tried to teach you guys earlier.
I bet you Prince was going door to door with his hit songs and stuff, giving out a presentation. He'd be like, dig you will this package. Are you engaged?
Oh, Jesus. Lionel. Oh, my God.
Are you interested in Jehovah's?
Can we get the George Zimmerman guy back up here again? There you go.
Y'all killing me, man. Y'all killing me.
I love it. Lionel, so tell us something else interesting about yourself. You have any special hobbies? Are you in like a yo-yo master or anything like that?
I could draw pretty good. I went to art school for a couple.
Are you Christian for real?
Yeah.
Okay, because you mentioned Christian stuff, and then you're wearing the Jesus shirt, but also you're talking about fucking a lot. It's interesting. And also you're homosexual, and so that's all of that together.
It's mostly that part. Look how hard he danced to that. He
couldn't help
that
it.
Oh shit!
For you podcast listeners, Lionel's shirt just flew off. Shit. So
I prefer the what in the butt song though. I said what in the butt. I said what.
So, fuck yeah. So Lionel, we are figuring out that you indeed, like most Uber drivers, go both ways.
Go both ways like the traffic.
I love that. Interesting. How long have you been in Los Angeles?
2 days. I stay in a
really?
shitty apartment in L.A. That should be a movie title.
Where in L.A.? L.A.'s a county. You're only 2 days in, so I didn't mean an insult
I
by
think
that.
I stay on like Oxford Street or something, man. I stay in a hostel, man. This guy put about 18 people in like a closet. And he charges $1,000 a month to
Did
stay
he take
here.
your passport
He
from
charges
you?
18 of you $1,000 a month.
Was he
Wow.
putting you in a
This
sex
guy is a
factory?
pimp. Like, he's really fucking
Do you have to kiss him or anything?
No.
That's so interesting. You only speak in stand-up cadence.
Yeah, it really is true. And by the way, that's the first time when you were just explaining your living situation. It was the first time out of all this shit where you started talking normally and answering the question instead of trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And it was the funniest thing. I mean, the honesty was pouring out of you, and you're not thinking about laughing at yourself, and you weren't getting uncomfortable with it. And it was really funny.
That's interesting.
The fact that this guy has 18 of you in a room and he's charging you each $1,000
Yes.
pretty much means
And
that for one of the worst comedians I've ever seen, you're one of the only ones that I think needs his own business manager this early in on your career. Because $1,000 a month, Lionel, you're getting fucked.
What are you in LA for? Just to do spots?
Yeah, do stand up.
Oh, cool. And have you moved?
This is my first time actually on stage out here. So
Welcome to Los
that's
Angeles,
cool.
baby. Look at it. You're in the
Thank you,
main room of the
guys.
Comedy Store. This is where greats like Richard Pryor and Jim Carrey and David Letterman and a lot of other people you're never going to be like have
I'm
performed
funny,
before.
guys. I'm funny. It's just, the
You're
crowd.
funny.
I know. I'm
Nobody
just fucking
does
with
think
you.
You're funny.
Lionel.
You're funny. You're funny enough. I think it's interesting that you only talk in stand-up. That's interesting. It's like,
Yeah.
welcome to McDonald's. Going to take your order. You're like, yeah. Have you ever heard of this Big Mac?
It's
I
so
mean,
true.
apparently you can supersize it, and I'll have that actually.
It only costs $3.2734.
It's a raining man.
Wait, I hate when I'm at McDonald's and order and they be like, no. The other day I was at McDonald's and I asked for a number 3. She was like, pull around, ma'am. And I'm like, I'm a guy. What the hell?
You are so likable. You'll be on a sitcom in like less than a year.
It really is true, man. Like, you are so likable. It's incredible.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Hey, I'm a big fan,
Thank
too.
you very much.
I need
Right
a
on, man. Appreciate that.
I'm a fan of you, too, man.
I love it. We'll take we will do that. You're not on Twitter?
No, I'm just on Facebook, guys. Follow me on Facebook, Lionel Comedian LPZ Prize.
There you go, Lionel Price,
go,
ladies
Lionel
and gentlemen. There he goes. Look at him. This is what it would be like if Steph Curry never learned how to play basketball. It'd be like Lionel. It's funny.
Y'all need Jesus.
Lionel, where are you originally from? Chicago? Yeah, Chicago. Ooh, I just pulled another name out of the bucket. Not only is this blatantly a new name that I'd remember if I saw it before, but it's also a one-word name, which is always some of my favorite names that I pull out. Always some of the most interesting characters in comedy go by one name. You may know some of them. Gallagher, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Prince was a one-name guy.
Shirley.
I just pulled... What was that?
Shirley.
McLean.
Shirley. Like Shirley Temple.
There you go.
She did stand-up when she was just a little baby thing.
Pat just had a stroke. There's a doctor that's a Kill Tony fan in the room. We might need to get him a little checkup there. All right, let's try this. I'm going to say it how it looks. Bradley's.
Just came back from the most racist place on earth, Xbox Live. You guys in it? I was playing against one who could be described as a Midwestern 12-year-old Hitler. He had a cute gamer tag, but it was kind of racist and cute at the same time. It was Nigga Killer 69.
Oh.
It's like, I want to get to know this dude. At one point during the game, there was like 5 white kids chasing me, so I felt like a virtual runaway slave and shit. I was like, what button do you press to hang a nigga up on a video game? It's like, left, right, KKK. I don't even fucking... I'm not even mad about the fucking nigga part. I'm mad about the number part. 69. So there's like 68 other nigga killers just roaming around Xbox. I'm going to play the Wii where it's safe for my people. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much.
Boom! 59 seconds. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
Bradley's. Am I saying that correctly?
Bradless.
Bradless.
Yeah.
You're funny as fuck. You've been doing stand-up a while.
3 years.
3 years. Very, very solid for 3 years. Even just by a minute, I could tell everything's there.
Funny. Straight up. That was good.
And completely true, everything you said. Like the most racist place ever.
You from Atlanta?
No, Miami.
Miami. Did you start in Atlanta?
No, I started in Miami. I just moved out here like 6 months ago.
Do you know that black people live all over the place?
Yeah. No, I do know that.
Well, what's your connection to Atlanta?
Yeah. Thank you, Moshe.
Do you like Coca-Cola? Just help me get you back to Atlanta.
It's the funniest. A lot of the funniest black comedians come from Atlanta, and there's always some. I always am a believer in, if you start somewhere that's hard and crazy. You know what Atlanta has that Byron Bowers has told me about? A good friend of mine, great comedian in Atlanta.
One of your best friends, right?
Yeah, they have this. They have a show called Keys Night.
Oh, I know about Keys
It's
Night.
an urban show, right?
The
and
best.
it's just packed to the gills. And you go up on stage, and if an audience member doesn't like you, even just a little bit, they're allowed to take out their keys and start jingling them just gently.
Wow.
Just shake them. So imagine what happens if somebody's bombing for more. I mean, people will naturally start doing that. So you have to start killing over the keys. But what ends up organically happening is everybody pulls out their fucking keys.
Yep.
People want to kill themselves.
And that club is called, I believe, the Uptown. And I can't remember who it was on Neil and my podcast. It might have been Byron. And they were saying, it might have been Kevin Hart, actually, at the Uptown. people were throwing food at him, and they started throwing chicken at him.
Oh,
can you imagine what a difficult set that is?
I can imagine what their Xbox Live name might be.
That you were funny. Why do you go by only your first name?
No. Sometimes I go by my whole name.
Your what?
Bradless Faloctet is my last name is Faloctet.
So
my last name is always gets
Bradless what?
Bradless Faloctet.
Falate.
He's Nigerian, man. Back off.
No, I'm Haitian.
Damn it.
What
You're
is it?
Haitian?
I'm
I
Haitian.
thought I was going to come through like a
French, so-
genius. You're Haitian?
Yes.
You ever been there?
One time when I was like 7, 8 years old.
You remember things about it?
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, picking mangoes from the tree, hanging out with my uncles, swimming in the water, stuff like that. That was like before military coup happened. Like we just left before that. And then
Haiti's a weird place because it's is the Dominican Republic on the other side of it?
Yeah,
it's one island.
Wait, this isn't one of the stops on the honeymoon tour?
I wish the Dominican Republic would be. That's what's crazy about Haiti. It's one island, and on one side is the Dominican Republic, which is pretty stable and like a tourist destination or whatever. Then there's just a ridiculous imaginary borderline in the middle of the island, and then you get into Haiti, which is like got some serious problems.
Yeah.
But it's one island. It always just tripped me out.
But it flips back and forth though. Like sometimes Haiti has the power, and then
I thought you said sometimes one side is the Dominican Republic. On one side is Haiti. You're like, all right, all the poor people, bring the rubble. Come this way.
Bring the rubble.
You're funny. I thought that was good. Really
Thank you.
funny.
Thank you.
How much material do you have? Like, would you say? Like, what's the longest set you've done?
26 minutes.
How long have you been in Los Angeles?
0.57.
Because I went over the light. I remember, and she was like, "You did 26 minutes." I was like, "Oh."
How long were you supposed to do?
Like 15.
Wow.
That sucks.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a big one.
But it didn't suck though, so it was like it was
Right.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
it was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Shit, but-
Do you live in L.A.?
Yeah, I just moved out here 6 months ago.
Cool.
6 months ago. How do you make your money?
I'm a doorman at a hotel.
Oh, you're one of the funniest doormen we've had on.
You've worked at the hotel for the 6 months?
Yeah, for the past month. Yeah.
I've always been intrigued by hotels and the crazy shit that you guys must see. A lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Can you give us an example of something that's happened?
So 2 weeks ago, there was a German couple who didn't have American money to tip me
Germans.
with, and so they were very nice. Like, oh, we don't have any money to tip you. We don't have any money to tip you.
If you don't have any money to tip you.
You just busted out one of Pat's 4 characters that he could do.
Yeah.
It's the German character. Even he almost forgot he could do it for a second.
Oh no, I remember.
Oh God. I feel like a little girl stuck in a little attic somewhere.
So they just kept
Yes, her
telling
name's
you.
Anne Frank.
So they just kept telling you that they were German and they couldn't tip you.
They couldn't tip me, so they asked for ice. So they told me they could bring ice to their room, and they specifically asked for me. I was busy doing something else. Like,
cock holding.
yes, yes. And the guy goes,
Can you
I
bring
don't have
some
money.
ice up to room 208 because shit's about to get hot?
Yeah, I don't have any money, but my wife would like to give you a blow job. Yeah.
A blowjob
fuck
underneath
outta
this
here.
glass
Yeah,
coffee.
but
And you just almost stopped yourself
Yeah.
in between blow and
Yeah.
job, which
no, because
means
I was.
that I'm guessing that you took the blow job.
No, I didn't. I didn't know.
You know your hotel bosses don't listen to this.
No, they
right?
don't. They don't listen to They don't listen to it. But it was like, I'm new to the job, whatever. So I didn't get health insurance yet. So I'm just like waiting. And then
Man.
they have a sensor on your, like you open the door of the sensor so they could time how long you've been in the room.
Get the
I thought you
fuck
meant
long
there
does
was
that take you to come?
I thought you meant there was a sensor they would put around your dick and be like, they can sense like MILF jizz on there, like MILF saliva, like,
Yeah, man, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
So he goes, my wife would like to, he offers it to you, and what do you say?
He pantomime blowjob.
How did he pantomime that?
He was just like,
What the wife?
Wow, he did that.
yeah. And then he just pointed at her.
Was his hand that wide open, like because he knows that your dick's that girthy?
right. What country were these people from?
Germany.
Oh, he pantomimed. He's like, and then afterwards.
What, was the wife hot? Was she?
She was like, she was cute. She was like 45, 47. Like you could tell she had some like mileage. Like she has some.
Well, that's
mileage.
cute because that means she was
Yeah.
alive during that dirty World War II time. You know
She had
what
like
I
some
mean?
good-looking creases on her.
You have no idea.
I know.
what World War
I know.
II was.
I actually do. I actually know that I fucked up on that one pretty good.
It's like Pearl Harbor was in the 60s. The 47-year-old definitely lived through the Holocaust. Yeah, I feel like I got it.
You know, it's just one of those things. You know, like I can't think of another one.
When you said she was worn, she like her jaw just wouldn't shut, or like
No. Like she was very like you can tell she was like really cute when she was
Yeah,
younger.
she was perfect. She's
but
part
like
of
she
the
had like
race.
She had what?
But she had like you could say she had like like lines like distinguished lines on her face.
Oh, those are
That she
gutters
very-
for all the cum.
So this guy goes, she wants the sucky. And what exactly do you say?
I did the stupid. I did like a Japanese bow and said no, thank you.
Oh shit! It's like I do not. Oh, I am so conflicted.
Oh god, that is so fucking great, dude.
And I just
It is one of the Axis powers, and I respect this, but
Yeah.
I am upset that you have turned down my wife.
Do you talk about this yet on stage? This experience
No,
at
this
the
is
hotel?
my first time actually ever saying
Dude, the
that.
fact that you Chinese bow your way out of this is unbelievable. It's so great. Do you ever do that for anything else? It's pretty much probably a special Chinese bow type
no,
of thing.
it just felt.
Did you say anything Chinese? You're like, oh, thank you.
Again, you don't know about World War II. He's like, Chinese. Hello, I am a Chinese man. I fight a sumo in Beijing. I eat a sushi, traditional Chinese food.
I only know Bobby Lee. That's my only Chinese friend, and he's Korean. So that tells you exactly. Oh man, Bradless, so
Bradless.
fun. Tell us something else interesting about any special talents or skills other than stand up.
No, really.
Any hobbies that you like to do? You have a girlfriend right now?
No. Broke up with my girlfriend.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Why? Because she started fucking a guy in St. Louis.
No, I'm from
It
Miami.
was the guy. That was the guy that was on before. It's the
Okay.
whole thing. If you have to have a mild short-term memory to get that one.
I wasn't listening to that. I was.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
It's okay. I was making fun of Brian, not you. I would never want to insult you, Bradless. I would never want to insult you.
No, I moved out here to do the dream and stuff. So there's no
Right.
room for.
Dream of cuckolding.
Yeah. Which was like, I did it.
Now, wait, are you a sexual guy? Because it seems like I would have done this. I've been like, fuck this job.
100%.
But
No, yeah, I'm a.
Everybody would have done it.
I like-
Even he would have done it if he was allowed to talk about it right now live.
I don't know, man.
You wouldn't do it?
You
I
wouldn't-
don't know that I'd do it.
I guarantee I would have done that.
I'll guarantee you, Pat would have done it.
I wanted to do it.
you just
so
didn't
bad.
want to hurt the poor woman's head, did you?
No, just. I'm afraid. I just moved here. I don't want to get fired for some of the stupidest reason. Why did you get fired? I fucked German.
Stupidest?
Yeah, dude.
That's like the
best
best
thing ever.
reason possible.
Yeah.
That's a new
That's how that story would end.
That's how I
Getting
go
a
to the
blowjob
unemployment
is
office.
the best way to get
Yeah.
fired. Even Bill Clinton, pretty much almost pulled
He
it
was
off. He's the leader of the free world. Well, what else, Bradless? Anything else? Any parting words?
No, thank you guys for. I was supposed to be on last week. Actually, you guys called my name, and then I wasn't available.
Wait, you're banned?
Oh,
You're not even supposed to be on this.
You got blacklisted.
no.
But you know what? You're so
I like-
black that the two blacks just canceled each other out. So
Thank
you're
you.
unblacklisted.
I like
Okay,
that
thank you,
he said
thank you.
I wasn't. He didn't say I missed it. He goes, I was unavailable. What do you mean you were unavailable? You got another gig in the original?
Oh no, I was smoking weed in my car, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, I was getting my dick sucked from this German
Yeah.
50-year-old.
Well, there you go, Bradless. Everybody.
Thank you guys so much.
Just met him right here on Kill Tony. He's on Twitter at Bradless Comedy.
You're getting a light situation happening over there.
What's that light mean, Josh? You just letting me know what time it is? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We have two regulars that do a brand new 60 seconds every single week, and then we're going to go out of the bucket once or twice after that for a super bonus Kill Tony overload since we're in the main room. Is that cool with you guys?
Super bonus.
Great.
Tony overload.
Your first regular going up tonight is known for her always nervous stylings, always some advancement in it, and then maybe once in a while there's a little backtrack, a little apology mid-set, and then sometimes she just slaughters. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's an accident. She is one of the newer comedians in the world, but she writes and performs a new minute every single week here on Kill Tony. Here she is, Melissa Esslinger.
The stage is taller, but I feel smaller right now. But my dad always told me to be a mover and a shaker, so I got half of that going. Anyway, fuck it, I don't care. I'm 5 feet tall and 3/4 of an inch, and that's important when you're 5 feet tall and 3/4 of an inch. I check every time I go to the doctor. I check when they still measure height, and I check for that 3/4 of an inch, make sure it's still there. It means a lot to me. It means that much to me. No. I just did that. I just dove off into I don't remember. Hey.
What do you think it was? If you could think right now, what do you think it was that you were going to talk about?
It was.
Do you remember now,
yeah.
Or did you really not have anything?
I was gonna lead into the. I was gonna. Oh,
do you still not remember?
I have
Because
two
that's
things.
a possible answer
Okay,
as well.
I have two things.
Do you remember? Well,
yes.
Let's just stick with not how many things.
Okay. Yes, I do.
Do you now remember what you would have said 40 seconds in when you didn't say anything, or are you coming up with something else right now? Do you remember what you?
What
wanted
I
to
was
talk
gonna
about?
open with?
No.
Wait, what?
When you said that you just forgot what you were going to do next.
Now I remember.
What
Yeah.
was it?
Is this like who's on first?
Sort of. It's like who, what, and who's on first. It's like a lot of.
When I need to feel confident, I'm like, I'm 5 feet of fury, bitches. So I was gonna say that, and then move on to something different about the thing that I did. That never mind.
Let me see if I can put Tony's question in a gentler way. Your parents never loved you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
What
It
what
feels
were your
good to hear
parents
it.
like? Let's get into it. Fuck the set
No.
because that's cute. Your timing and beats and everything have it so that you can talk about your height and that'll work. Let's talk about your life for a second.
All
What are
right.
your parents like?
My mom's intense, and
that's coming from you.
right.
So how intense is she? Just
You
fucking
know.
sweating and rolling around on the ground, panicking.
No, you just sometimes
She's epileptic. Did I say intense? She's epileptic.
No, she's
Melissa, stop hiding in your room!
That's all I hear at night.
Oh, you live with your parents?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
You just hear her voice all the time at night.
Yeah.
That's cool. That sounds
Yeah.
normal.
Get ya!
Tell us something
No,
crazy
it's
about your
it's
mom.
more like
Melissa.
shut up. Melissa, shut up. No,
She
what?
tells you to
Sorry.
shut up a lot?
They used to when I was a kid, not anymore.
Right.
I talked a lot. I really pushed the.
Oh, it's your fault for talking too much? She's like, yeah, my parents had to scream shut up at me constantly. I was always talking. Like, no, your
then
parents
they-
are abusive.
Then you went to live with your aunt and uncle, and then your brother was Harry Potter, and you were put in a cupboard.
That's almost right. No, I'm just kidding.
Were your parents mean to you?
No.
Melissa, are you?
What?
Do you not want to answer that question?
No,
Or
I mean,
instead
I don't
of
want
ask-
to. They're
instead
great.
of-
My parents did
Oh.
their best.
You're not giving us anything. Do you
Okay,
realize that?
all right. No, I got. Yes, I realize that now.
You don't. I mean,
But how about now? Like now that you realize it, what if you gave us something now? Like for example,
Well, like we would sit down at the dinner table and they'd make me turn the TV off, but then when I would talk, they'd be like, "We're trying to talk. We're trying to have adult conversation." I'm like,
So they
but-
were great. They seem nice.
you know.
What
yeah,
did
that
your-
seems like a really creepy household, no
Yeah.
matter which way you slice it, because you're not even saying anything.
thought it was
So
funny.
I'm sort of
What?
picturing-
I feel like you slipped me drugs or something right now. Just trying to listen to, pay attention to. You're going 1,000 different places a minute, like right now.
This is the part
It
where
may-
Brian states the over obvious.
No,
that we all say about
maybe
you.
maybe in the future, instead of having multiple things, just talk about one thing so you can't forget about any of the other things. You have one topic, maybe.
Brian's
because
like, for example, my tattoo. I once got a tattoo that I thought was the letter R, but
Don't go.
You know what I mean, though? Instead of having to remember 3 jokes, if you can't do that or whatever,
You've been
maybe
doing-
just do one joke and just go off on that one joke for 1 minute. It's only 1 minute.
What are you, 6 months into stand-up?
No, more than a year. now.
A year.
do you enjoy? Do you enjoy it?
Stand up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what about it is fun?
Yeah. What about this did you enjoy?
I don't enjoy doing. I don't enjoy feeling like I do right now.
Why do you feel
But-
bad right now?
Because I don't know.
Well,
I
because
could
we're
do
ganging
better.
up on her, and she's like
He's
a
got a
wood,
shark.
She's
I mean,
like
we're
a
really
little
not
woodland
the,
critter.
the secret to comedy is just being honest. So, like, for example, we're like, were your parents mean to you? And you go, no. And you ask a question like that, then we don't know
Right.
whether you're saying no, yes, or anything
I
at
mean,
all.
yeah.
Meanwhile, I ask Bradless a question about what happens crazy at the hotel, and he ends up Chinese bowing out on turning down a German blowjob.
Got it.
You know, like I can find
Unbelievable.
things I can help you if you just answer common, easy questions that you definitely know the answers to.
Okay.
But if you just go, then it ends up like this, you
Right.
know? Which will never work.
No.
Okay. Melissa Esslinger, you are killing it tonight. Are you okay? What's happening?
I wanna
Did you-
kick something.
Did you
Shit
smoke
yourself?
pot or something?
No.
Did you poop your pants?
Poopy? You got poopy in there? Who came all over you?
Hey, let's be
Brian,
nice to
all right.
Melissa.
Yeah,
you
it's
just
a little bit
somehow dug yourself into a deeper hole than
Be
Melissa
nice
out
to
of
Melissa
nowhere.
Esslinger. She's trying. Melissa messaged me earlier today, Tony.
No.
Do you know? Want,
I mean,
Oh, wait.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. It's not like that. Go
We got
now.
some
You have
breaking
to.
news
Okay,
over
wait.
here, guys.
Now you have to because that made it
Oh,
weird. I don't
boy.
understand.
I didn't. Something about you were gonna play the bass.
Yeah, I was gonna do something different.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
But I didn't.
You were gonna play the bass with
Yeah.
your comedy tonight?
I mean, I had a method that I was gonna do.
A method.
Method?
Does method involve heroin?
You're gonna shake
No.
and then hopefully.
I didn't like. I don't want to give it away because then it might not be funny.
Well,
Right.
maybe the next time you'll do it. Next time you
Maybe
come.
I will. I think
Yeah.
I should. But I didn't want to have a moment trying to figure out where to plug it in and all that shit.
It's just saying and then playing the Seinfeld theme.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
She's so nervous. It's going boom, 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 boom.
But actually, the thing, just to get back to what you said, the thing in the beginning was funny. That you're 5 feet tall and 3/4, and that's a super important. I mean, that's a funny idea. Just to give you a little bit of a boost, I feel like
Thank
we're
you.
being a
Right,
little-
but that's always the case. Is you always have one central great idea, and if you just extend it on that more, and you have the brain for it. We've seen it time and time again, but sometimes you just get a little too uptight, and you can't even answer questions that you know the answers to. Not to
Right.
mention doing jokes that you just wrote this week that you're trying to memorize and all that.
Right.
To be
You're-
fair,
you're
you might not
in-
want to talk about your parents when you come up here. I mean, just to be fair, like it's
Right.
possible that's not a question you wanted to answer, but you could just be like, "Fuck off, Tony. I don't want to answer that question." Too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an
That
Different
would be
ways.
an honest answer.
That's an answer.
And that would give us something to work with.
If you're a year in and you're still this nervous to be on stage or this shaken up to the point you can't even remember or you can't even talk to the point, you got to figure that out because it's not going to get any
Thanks.
better if it's been a year. You know,
But
That's
I
not
ju-
true whatsoever.
This is
What
great-
Brian just
this is
said
great
is
motivation.
wrong.
You
as
know
shit.
what's funny is I actually stopped shaking when I got angry as you said that. So I think I just found that I need to be
And
angry.
what's interesting
that
is
was a
okay. The way that you eloquently bombed tonight is a huge difference in the way she was bombing 6 months ago.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. The last 20 seconds, she didn't even say one word. It was like,
Right.
I mean, it was like
All
a
right,
blowjob
all right,
sound.
all right.
You're
I'm
in
getting
the hotel.
Moshe, please, everybody relax. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. To answer that note, instead of just talking over me, the note is, you're right, she didn't say anything the last 20 seconds.
How is that
But
better?
6 months ago, she would have apologized in that 20 seconds, said that she didn't remember anything. She was actually trying to recollect and being honest with not remembering anything, instead of just apologizing, bailing out, and saying that's my time.
But
She was
those are
actually giving
words.
effort.
Apologizing's words. Instead of going.
If you're
for
just
20
tuning
seconds.
in
she
to
didn't do that, whatever
mansplaining,
that
we're
noise is
live
that you're
at deconstructing this woman's psyche.
We lost everything tonight. Melissa Esslinger, there she goes, everybody. There she goes, Melissa Esslinger.
Yeah.
She's not going to kill herself. I know a lot of you are worried. You
You're
think
not,
she's going
right?
to kill herself. She's definitely not going to kill herself tonight.
No.
That's a fun, nice, hard turn down Sweetness Lane.
Just put that emotion into the bass. That's
Yeah.
what I do. I go
Totally.
home and I just feel like a bag of shit. I bust out my guitar and I just sing, Tony.
That's what you do when what?
When I feel like a bag of shit.
Right. You're saying that Melissa should feel like a bag of shit right
No.
now?
Give it up for Melissa Esslinger.
One more time for Melissa, everybody. We have one other regular that writes and performs a brand new 60 Seconds every week. And as you've seen, what is one of the hardest gigs in all of comedy. A lot of the best comedians in the world don't write and perform a new 60 Seconds every week. So it's always fun to see how they approach this challenge. One more time for Melissa Esslinger. One more time. And now I give to you our other regular. Put your hands together for her with a brand new minute. It's Vanessa Johnston, everybody. Here we go.
Hey guys. Fuck yeah. Awesome. No love. That's fine. The worst prison and torture facility in the U.S. is called Guantanamo Bay, which sounds like a vacation destination. Like, it sounds like the place where they invented the Rainforest Cafe. Like, at least other prisons sound scary. Like, if someone told you you're going to Alcatraz or San Quentin, you'd be like, oh, shit. Someone tells you you're going to Guantanamo Bay, and you're like, will there be turtles? I was looking up the 10 top worst forms of torture, and they were like impalement, which is like if you take a stick and you're rat in the bucket torture, which is where they put a rat in a bucket on your stomach, light it on fire, and then the rat eats through your body. And I was like, I don't know why stepping on Legos is not on this list.
Johnston. Fuck yeah. That's a good new minute.
Thank you.
Guantanamo Bay. So what did we cover there? A bunch of jokes, torture. That's fun. Is that the entire thing?
No.
You have more to it?
A little bit. Yeah. Actually, I have like another 45 seconds.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been writing a lot and performing other places too, right?
Yeah, I go up like 2-3 times a night.
What do you talk about? Because I've noticed the last few weeks that we're talking about, sort of like exterior things like Guantanamo Bay and like politics and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
What are some things that you've been working on recently that's, sort of about you? Any topics or anything like that? Or do you think there's a reason why you've trailed sort of away from that lately?
Yeah, I mean, I think I feel like I got into a lot of minutes that were all about me, and I felt kind of guilty. I'm like, oh, I'm going up in front of people and being like, me, and I made a list of the worst things in the world. And I'm like, I want to talk about the worst things in the world. And so I've just been going down that list that I created. I was going to go towards more personal stuff. I
want to see what's on that list.
It was
what if it's things that's not even that bad?
It was like kitten torture. Anyway. So
puppy brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this your first time seeing Vanessa Johnston?
I don't think so. I think I saw them both before. I think since the changeover. Yeah. No.
Yeah. What do you think of Vanessa?
I think she's bad. I think she's bad at comedy.
Thank
you. I thought it was funny. Yeah, it was funny. Those are obviously good, developed jokes, especially for having written them this week. I mean, I think that was.
Anything else fun and happening in your real life? Anything exciting going on?
I have a startup, and we just started raising money, so I've been sending that out.
Oh, shit. You have a startup?
Yeah.
Of what?
It's in
called care.org.
Raising money for babies in wheelchairs.
I mean, pretty much. No, it's in luxury biohazard protection products.
What?
Maybe why I've been going. That might be why.
Luxury biohazard. So if the world's ending and you're rich, something like that.
How old are you?
24.
What kind of fucked up millennial shit is this? You started a biohazard startup and also doing 2 to 3 sets a night. When I was 24, I was just fucking raver girls. That was it.
You weren't even known as Fila at the rehab facility yet.
Mr. Raggart and Mr. Lothario.
What do you mean you started a biohazard company?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Can you give us an example of what it is? It's like a Cadillac that you
Yeah.
can drive if...
No.
It's like, let's say you go to a high-end hotel room and there's just German jizz everywhere. Right? You have to clean that up and move it?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
If it's your jizz, no.
Can you give us an example of a luxury biohazard product?
I could, but it's
we
our
probably
first
can't.
product. Yeah. We just kind of want to keep it,
Right,
but
keep it
like
secret.
everything we're doing is like
Keep it.
NDAs and yeah.
Oh,
so, but in like 6 months, we're raising $1 million. We're like a quarter of the way there. So
What is your function at this job?
I'm the founder.
You're the founder of the biohazard movement?
Wait, you raised $250,000 already?
Yeah,
we
we're
could really
negotiating
use a
term
better
last-
budget here at
I mean,
Kill Tony, so-
like always, I did business affairs and legal at HBO, so it's not like
Right.
a huge deviation. But
Yeah, it's a huge departure from business affairs and legal at HBO to luxury biohazard startup CEO at 24. It's a big departure.
I mean, a little bit. Did you hear the original job?
What business well, I guess. Oh, I get what you're saying. It's sort of like cleaning up the jizz.
I
of
mean, a
famous people.
24-year-old being business acquisitions at HBO is sort of a big one too.
What the fuck is luxury biohazard?
Right. It's like mace with Bluetooth.
I was
What
so
is it?
hoping you were going to say scam again out of nowhere. Full callback points. Well,
yeah.
that's so cool. I mean,
Wait, I'm sorry. You can't say what it is.
Not really.
You can't describe your own company.
No.
Well, she doesn't want to give out the idea.
Yeah, it's
for
like
the
we're on like a
luxury
podcast.
biohazard thing before they actually make the
Yeah.
products and be able to sell them because some little fucking who's that Facebook guy? Yeah, he's gonna go steal her
Who's
shit.
that Facebook guy? You mean that
Fat-
comic
fat
that only
Jew.
has Facebook?
Zuckerberg?
It's like those yellow, like decontamination suits, but they're like brand name. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. Moshe's so right. What the fuck?
Did you get this
24
new?
years old.
I don't know,
Did you
dude.
guys all get the new Yeezy nuclear suit? All right. Well, Vanessa, you're a cold-blooded assassin. You did it again.
Awesome.
Another brand
Thanks,
new minute
guys.
from Vanessa Johnston. Everybody, there she goes. What do you think? One more?
Oh, I'd love to.
You guys want one more comedian? Huh? It's one of the least enthused responses of all time, but it's times like that where I really miss the belly room when everybody's right on top of you. This looks like a new name for sure. Kat Agason.
Hey, do you guys like impressions? Okay, this is my impression of every guy in LA. I really wanted to put my dick in you, and so I tried really hard, and then you let me, and now I don't respect you. I had a really horrible experience a couple of weeks ago. I was alone with this man, and he pulled out his guitar. Oh God! It was so horrifying. I was like, dude, can I just blow you? This was awful. Worse than. So I.
Shit. I object.
I have a girlfriend. Girls are so competitive and strange. I was at my girlfriend's house for dinner the other day, and she made this sensational sauce. It was so good, but she wouldn't give me the recipe. She was like, no, you can't have my recipe. I thought she was joking. She was so mean about it. She's like, no. It's like, what? She thought I was going to steal it. It's like, you think I'm going to take credit for your sauce recipe? Like I'm going to get in the sauce business and make my own sauce with your name? No, I'm just going to make it sometime. And if anyone asks, I'll be like, I got it from this cunt. So.
Fuck yeah, Kat Agason. Am I saying that right? Agason?
Yeah, you got it.
Agason. Where are you from?
Omaha, Nebraska.
How long you been
Omaha.
doing stand-up?
Yeah, it's a shitty town.
3, yeah.
Oh, sounds like
It's a good point. It's a really good point.
Sounds like Pat has some pent-up anger about something you may have said during that.
Is that a oneie that you're wearing? Is that like a
Leo, yeah.
Yeah. What
Kat,
the heck is that?
It's a leotard.
Yeah.
No, but what's the logo on
Oh,
it?
you know the Chat Noir? It's a famous French print.
No,
with
I
the
can't read
black-
it. What does it say?
Yeah, can you take it off?
It means the black cat, the cat of the night. Yeah. My name's Cat, so.
Oh, I see.
Are you a yoga person? Wait, how do you? And
He did my show once.
Oh,
He had
I've
one.
known her from El Cid days, like
Yeah.
a long time
Thank
ago.
you.
Wow.
by
Yeah,
the way.
I've been a fan ever since John Travolta brought you back to life after snorting heroin. After that long night of swing dancing.
A long night of swing dancing.
You won the trophy.
Yeah.
How long have you been on stand-up?
3 years.
3 years. That's interesting.
And how long have you been teaching yoga?
Never.
Oh,
I
no?
don't like yoga.
Oh, no
actually,
shit?
I know.
You just-
I look like somebody that would. I don't know. I look like an idiot. I guess.
No,
but-
an idiot. He's insulted 6,000 years of culture in India.
Yeah, but like out here, I feel it's more like about like a superior attitude yoga. You know what I mean? Which is not my vibe at all.
If you were to compare yoga to like a guitar, like would you like it more or less?
Yoga is a lot like a guitar because it's like curvaceous women bodies, like a guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sensual, but I don't do it. I'm too impatient.
What are you into other than stand-up?
I'm a single malt specialist for Glenlivet. I'm a special needs nanny.
Wait. What about Glenlivet?
Oh, I'm a single malt specialist. It means I like. It means I'm good at Scotch.
Tony, I'm a single malt specialist.
Professionally?
Are you making fun of my lisp?
I said, yes, I was.
Man.
It's like I'm in the 6th grade again.
Acknowledging the elephant in the room, Pat.
Yeah.
The rhino in the room.
That's wearing a cat shirt with a camel toe. A lot of animal
No
references
camel
here.
toe.
Just kidding, guys.
Did you
Just
see?
kidding.
I did a full-on like head between the legs pussy check. I did a pussy check.
Just kidding.
So you do yoga. That's cool.
No, I don't.
So you drink a lot of scotch, is what you're saying?
When I
And
work,
your
yes.
hipster answer is, I'm a single malt specialist
It's my
for Glenlivet.
it's my job title. It doesn't pay enough to like pay the bills, but it's like I moonlight. Like on weekends, I do events for Glenlivet.
Yeah, to make the big bucks, you got to go babysit retarded kids, right? Yeah.
I am not cheap. You got it.
Is that true? Is it expensive to have a special needs nanny?
Absolutely.
A lot of work.
How much does it?
Well, I mean, like you have to. I mean,
buy your own
I'm
napkins
CPR
to clean up the
certified, and like, you know, you have to do CPR and you have to, you know, administer shots and so forth. So yeah, I'm not cheap.
You have to yell at them, hey, don't jump off that cliff.
Yeah.
God.
This is a good rivalry going on over here. This is great.
Pat, I mean, you are just not letting up over there, huh? Except for when I talk to you, obviously. All right. Do you ever acknowledge your lisp in your stand-up at all?
No.
You
I
never thought about it, huh?
No, maybe I should do.
Do you think people don't notice it?
I've actually never.
Honest
noticed.
question.
Oh, really?
Honest
I noticed
question.
it, but I like it.
You're right. Yeah, I don't think that people notice it.
They all
It's probably more,
notice it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
I haven't-
I've known her for almost 10 years.
Josh
That's
Martin
not-
applauded in the back.
So maybe I should like I don't know, just like shine a light on the problem and
I mean, if you
maybe,
do, then Pat's not going to get that laugh. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because he acknowledged it and it broke open.
I love you. We acknowledge each other.
These two, by the way.
I see you.
I'm on the fence.
I've done this show enough to where I know who Pat's going to hate fuck and who he's not going to hate fuck. And it's definitely going down.
It's all love, Tony.
No, yeah, I know. Of course. Would you
I'm
ever hook
trying
up
to
with-
turn a
What's
corner.
your type of guy? And are you serious about your hatred of guitar comics?
Not guitar
Musician.
comics, just guys that whip
Right.
out the guitar unasked.
Anybody who says anybody
Yeah.
who plays guitar, no matter what their sense of humor is.
Oh, just people that play the guitar unasked. I can't handle it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
if no one ever asked you to play guitar, then you would never play guitar, and you would never learn and get better
That's a good point.
and write songs.
I'll keep that in mind.
This just became therapy for everybody, I feel
Yeah,
like.
I sort of like it. It's sort of just trickling off into this like hipster off that we're having over there.
Wait, you think she's a hipster?
Yeah, Tony.
Oh, totally.
She's not a hipster.
Not a hipster.
Why not?
I'll
I mean,
take it.
I know offense.
There's a cat on her shirt, case closed.
Why do you think no?
Well, because
we're
look at
hipsters,
me.
Moshe
Yeah, look at
and
me.
I.
I mean, it's like I would be able to tell.
I mean, Moshe's on the hipster $5 bill.
That's right.
It's actually a $2
Man, what
bill,
happened to
dude.
What part did you guys all give up, by the way?
But I don't know what. I have no offense at all, but this is an unusual outfit that you're wearing.
Is it? Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah.
Are you like? Did you do it for comedy, or were you from the gym, or
No,
like what? Or like? Are
yeah,
You,
like I mean, I just because I do so many things in a day, like look after a kid, and then like exercise, and then comedy. I just kind of try to put on something that's comfortable and you know you can.
Wow. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. Comfortable and yeah. That doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, it
though, 'cause
makes me- it makes
you know
me
you're going
feel
out in
good.
public. Oh, Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
That's
the
always
Bruce
a-
Lee shoes. You
that's
know,
always
these are
a safe
classics.
answer.
Oh, look at her shoes, Tony.
Yeah, the yellow Asics.
Those are very cool.
I have that pair.
Yes. Okay.
Not hipster.
Totally hipster again. Would
Not
you consider
hipster.
yourself
Tony,
a hipster?
Tony.
Do you live in
Tony.
Silver Lake? Los Feliz.
I live around the corner from Jumbo's, so.
Okay, East Hollywood. That's
Yeah,
good.
almost.
Couple
Good in
of
what
points.
way?
You get a couple. That's a couple of points. Hipster points if you live in East Hollywood.
I mean, am I living in a fucking hallucinogenic nightmare right now?
What?
She's not a hipster.
She's not a hipster.
I love
She's
you
not at
so
all.
much. Will you heighten and explore that thought?
Well,
please?
okay, thank you. I will.
She's a taster for Glenlivet for a
That's
living.
pretty good. I'll give you
cool
that. That's
job.
pretty
All right.
good.
But
So her
that's not
location,
hipster, you guys.
her
Hipster
job,
is
the way
bourbon.
she
Hipster
dresses.
is Kentucky bourbon.
Okay, now I'm
Scotch
starting to think
is-
maybe you are when you're delineating between the different
right.
types
Thank
of
you.
whiskey.
We're
What a
getting
hipster's
there.
like is bourbon. I feel like a more peaty Glenlivet-y.
I like some theater in my.
It's more like a Hollywood acting class yoga person.
Yes.
You think? Yeah.
Have you taken acting classes?
A long time ago.
Do you have a newsletter that you email out?
God, no.
Have
No,
you ever?
I have shame. No, I've never done that.
What is something strange about you?
Ooh, I love that question.
That you pinch your upper lip when you're asked questions?
Ooh,
you
okay.
asked my
I know the
favorite question,
meaning of
Tony.
most names.
Do you know the meaning of Moshe?
I don't. It's like
It's
like-
a very obscure one.
What does it
It's
mean?
from the Bible. It means Moses. It was the name of
that's
the
what
character Moses in the Bible.
got
He was a good character.
But
Dropping a
I
name
know that
big
Brian
time.
means strong. Brian means
That's
strong.
right,
And I know
yes.
that Anthony means praised. Highly praised.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about
What,
Pat?
Pat?
What does
Yeah.
Pat
Yeah,
mean?
Well, I
Fucking
don't,
asshole with a guitar.
Cat urinary.
I don't know.
How about
But
Joel?
Joel, I think, is a form of Joe, which means God will increase. Yeah.
Means what?
God will increase. It's biblical. Joel, Joe, they're.
Totally a hipster.
Moses is also biblical.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
very
dude.
popular character in the Bible. He was like, "Hey, let my people go."
So Moshe is Moses.
That's right.
I like
she
both of
doesn't
those
like
names
the
so
Bible.
much.
It's too mainstream. You know what I'm saying?
She's more about the Bhagavad Gita. She's a yoga
No,
instructor.
no,
She's a
hipsters.
liar.
See, Tony. Here's where you're
I
wrong.
like
Hey,
rail
hey,
against yogis in a bit. I hate it.
Here's an important distinction to make. Hipsters would read the Bible because they're just,
Oh, yeah,
like they're like I'm
Because it's
interested.
ironic, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever read the Bible?
Actually, I mean, I went to Catholic schools, so we had to.
Yeah, it's actually the only book
I went to
they have in
Catholic
Omaha.
school.
How long
Pretty
have you been
much.
out of Nebraska?
Well, I was in New York for 5 years, and then I've been in LA for 7.
What'd you do in
years.
New York?
I nannied, and I.
Do you ever nanny while tasting scotch?
No, I don't.
Combined.
I have not.
Never pulled a
Is
double.
Scotch the name of one of the kids you nanny?
No, no, not yet.
Good answer.
Scotch. I keep. I'm kind of duplicitous. I keep the scotch over here at night, and the
You're a
nanny
liar?
for the day.
One last
Kinda.
question, Kat. What's
Yeah.
your biggest fear?
Oh God, just everyone finding out I'm full of shit. Do you know what I mean? That like I'm selfish and I don't know what I'm talking about.
What's
and
the
I, like,
most selfish thing about you?
I don't know, just that I'm very concerned with like other people's opinions about me. Even like maybe if they're going through a hard time, I'm like I'm going to be a good friend to her, so she knows that I'm a good friend because she's going through a hard time. But really, it's just like I'm proving to you that I'm. You know what I mean? Selfish. Everybody does it.
Right now, your
Everybody-
best friend is like, I had cancer. She was so nice to me.
You know, like breakups or things like that. I'm always like, I'm going to prove I'm a good friend. So you think I'm a good friend. You know what I mean?
What's your biggest fear?
Just pretty much just like death, I guess.
Yeah.
Like pretty
Death?
easily.
Classic.
Every single day.
Classic
I pretty
That's
much
a classic. That's a classic.
I pretty much spend about 20% of every day wondering how I'm going to die and thinking that it's going to
Wait,
happen that
are
day.
you worried
Yeah.
about the way in which you will die? Because I'm not worried about that. My fear is the being dead part.
What's really creepy is that I smoke cigarettes still, and I don't want to, and blah, 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 blah. But every time I'm smoking one, even though I can be talking about multiple things and doing other things, I'm still thinking about how that cigarette's definitely killing me. I mean, every single fucking minute of it. It's
But
sort of creepy. From
all
the
the
second
oldest
that I want
people,
one.
all the
Yeah.
people
You
that
gotta
are in the
stop.
news for like living the longest, they all have smoked. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it's true. That's why, no
And
big
honestly,
deal.
every person who's ever lived, they say, has died.
It's true.
Kat, it was nice to meet you.
Likewise.
There
Nice
she
to-
goes, Kat Agassi. She's on Twitter at Cat Food Breath. You can catch her down in Silver Lake and Los Feliz and all the places where she's blatantly a hipster.
Not a hipster.
Well, where do we go from here, right?
I'm trying to see, is that her boyfriend? Because I could maybe tell by collateral damage, like spillover hipster. He's
Where
got
did she
flannel
go?
on and the glasses.
Oh,
All right, maybe so.
dude.
Maybe so. Maybe I was
Are
wrong.
you guys together?
Oh, whoa. That was aggressive.
Whoa.
Is that your boyfriend?
A hard no.
Can you guys both come up for a second? Just for a second?
This would be
Here's
good.
Kat Agassi and her boyfriend. I'm so obsessed with winning
Not her
arguments that I'm having her bring her hipster boyfriend up right now just so you could
He
see
is
exactly
pretty
how
hip. He's
fucking
pretty
right
hip.
I was.
Michael Regilio.
You guys are so right. Not a hipster whatsoever, you motherfuckers!
Look, this guy, obvious. He's got all the accoutrement. He's got the thing. That's
By
good.
the way, I have no idea how, but you have more confidence and swagger already than anybody else that's been on
Thank
stage
you.
tonight.
Thank you.
I had no idea
What?
that Moshe's older brother would be here. What's your name, man?
Michael.
Michael, you're cool as fuck.
Thanks, man.
What do you? What's your story?
I was on the show
He's
for
been on the show.
I don't know, 2 months ago with Bill Burr.
Oh, you were on that.
Yeah,
Oh, I sort of remember that now.
How'd you do?
I did all right. Brian offered me the show at the Ice House.
Right. He did.
We
He did
chilled
amazing.
out. Thanks.
Wow. And what's your full name again?
Michael Regilio.
Yeah,
Wow,
Michael
that's
Regilio.
awesome. Well, there you go. I'm right.
Making dreams
She's a
come true.
hipster.
Yeah,
You guys
I
have been
guess you're
dating
right.
for a while?
We're not dating.
together.
We're not
Really?
dating. Yeah, we're friends.
You just hang out with each other.
I was
go
telling
to
her about
coffee
I was telling her
shops.
about my experience here, and I said she's got to come down and she's got to give it a try.
You guys just go to coffee shops and the Virgil together and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, we read and
You mean
write poetry.
Cafecito Organico?
You know, Pat, you were a little mean to Kat, so.
Oh shit! What's about to happen
What
here?
if he
Wait,
killed
what?
Pat?
How was I mean?
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Pat's amazing. God bless him. All right,
That
very
didn't
good.
sound genuine.
If Tom Petty could read books, everybody, there he goes. Michael Rugiglio and Kat Agassi. Guys, this is the first of many Kill Tonys in the main room that are going to happen. Problematic.
Oh, problematic. Well, it may or may not happen.
It's
still
coming
in the-
soon,
It's
without
still
a
in the
doubt.
pilot phase, but I appreciate your
Yeah.
comment.
It's definitely going to happen. You just got the Kill Tony bump.
But what is what is happening? The Kill Tony bump is HPV, correct?
Yeah, totally.
But what is happening is the honeymoon tour all across the western United States. Go to MosheKasher.com and see all of our upcoming dates in May and in the month of June. We're coming to a city near you.
Also, one of my favorite people on Twitter, one of the few that I actually love, Moshe Kasher.
Thank
So
you
make sure
very
you
much.
follow him there as well.
Thank you.
Check out this artwork that Ryan J. Ebelt did. Tony.
Wow, the artwork from Ryan J. Look at that.
So awesome.
That's so cool.
That is huge and amazing. Ryan J is also selling the official Kill Tony poster after the show, so you could find one of those as you see them hanging up in the main lobby area as you walk out. That's a thing that you can buy. Pat Reagan's on Twitter at Patty Reagan.
That's right.
What else? Anything else?
I don't fucking care, man.
He's got an album on Spotify. His buddy Joel Jimenez is the drummer of the hit band that Pat Reagan and the Baby Boys.
Yeah, we got new music coming out soon on all that shit.
Always new music. I'm Tony Hinchcliffe. Everything's available at TonyHinchcliffe.com. That's me. I'm touring absolutely everywhere. So check out that. And check out Adam Carolla's Mangria. So fucking good. I mean, sometimes, I go for a jog and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should take water or I could get this fucking party started. Go for a little run with just a bottle of Mangria. I put in like 30-minute sprints. You know what I mean? You're fucked up for like 4 days after that. All right. Brian Redband?
June 9th, I'll be in Denver at the Comedy Works.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome. Guys, live audience, we just made history here tonight. Your first ever, thanks to Keel Yulberg, one-shot Kill Tony, and your first of many Kill Tonys here in the main room. Jamie Vernon on the HD camera, Josh Martin comic running around, David Deary, Ryan J. Ebelt. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.